Okay. Fine.
I'm going to come in
Do
the
I do that
back
again?
door.
That's fine. Yeah, I didn't expect the weather was coming up there. Okay.
This has got to be quick.
Tell me it's 12:15.
It's 12:02, but I'll tell you it's 12:15.
Okay, thank you.
It's 12:15.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
What do you have to do at 12:15? We taking medicine or what?
If I were the only boy in town.
She wore blue ointment. Here we go. CBS Sports, the NASCAR Busch Series, and Mother Nature have all gathered here at the Milwaukee Mile. The Milwaukee 250 for the NASCAR Busch Series set to get underway, but there is a very serious threat of rain, hence the cars are already on the racetrack. It's comfortable in the grandstands, but the weather radar says that there's going to be rain in our future. Hopefully we'll get this Milwaukee 250 underway. Hi, everybody. Eli Gold, Buddy Baker, the coach, Jerry Glanville. Buddy, yesterday you were in Daytona, 31 degrees of banking you had to deal with, not here at the Milwaukee Mile.
Not at all. This racetrack's just the opposite. You have to hit the brakes to get in the corner. Flat corners, you don't back off here, you'll knock a hole in the wall, I promise you.
Jerry Glanville, in your racing days, your career best finish was here at Milwaukee. Do you get into a rhythm on a flat track?
Well, I didn't really have a great day. Everybody else had a first day. It's funny, the longer you stay out of the gas, the faster you get going.
Jeff Green is on the Bud pole. Let's take a look at the starting grid for today's running of the Milwaukee 250. Jeff Purvis is alongside of him. Hank Parker Jr. and Todd Bodine, who finished 5th at New Hampshire of flat track. Kevin Grubb and Jimmy Johnson. There's Bobby Hamilton Jr. and the Truck Series import Ron Hornaday. Derek Gilchrist, David Green. He has 3 top 5s here. See how your favorites have done. Kevin Harvick and Elton Sawyer. Mike McLaughlin and Tim Fedowa, who always runs well here at Milwaukee. Last year's winner, Casey Atwood and Tony Raines in the Craftsman Truck Series. Kyle Petty is here, though Scott Hansen qualified the car. Kyle will start shotgun as he takes the green. Hermie Sadler and Randy LaJoy, a 2-time series champion. P.J. Jones, his dad Parnelli almost owned this place years ago. Andy Santerre is here. Row number 12, Jay Sauter, who has run everywhere on every type of car here at the Milwaukee Mile, and Lance Hooper. There's Rich Bickle and Bobby Hillen from Midland, Texas. Row number 13, Blaze Alexander and Chad Chaffin. He has Jimmy Means as his crew chief. Andy Houston is in the Channel Lock car here this weekend, and Tom Hubert drives the number 20. Mark Green, and a man who's won here in the past, Buckshot Jones in row number 16. 17th row, Wisconsin's own Dick Trickle and Anthony Lazaro. Row 18, Wayne Grubb and Visine driver Jason Schuler, also from Wisconsin. Bill Parsons and Lyndon Amick make up row number 19. Mike Dillon and Jason Leffler in the 20th row. Justin Labonte makes it in the field. So does Michael Rich, and another rookie, Jason Jarrett, going shotgun on the field. Yeah. All right. Okie doke.
Take a look.
Yep.
Here they are. There they go.
Hey, Steve, take a look. Here's your drivers. That's it. Take a look. Here's your drivers. That's quick, huh?
Yeah. All right. Okay. All righty. Okay. CBS Sports, the NASCAR Busch Series, and Mother Nature have all converged in the Milwaukee Mile. The NASCAR Busch Series Milwaukee 250 is underway. Cars are already on the racetrack. Pace laps are underway because there is a significant threat of rain. It's comfortable for the folks in the grandstands, but the weatherman says we will be getting wet before this afternoon is over. Hi, everybody. Eli Gold, Buddy Baker, Jerry Glanville. Welcome to Milwaukee. Last night at Daytona, you were talking about a track with 31 degrees of banking, Buddy. We don't have that here at Milwaukee.
Not at all, and you don't back off in Daytona. If you don't back off here, you'll knock a hole in the wall.
Jerry Glanville, meanwhile, his career best finish came here at Milwaukee. Did you get into a rhythm on this flat track?
Well, I didn't get into a rhythm because I think everybody else was worse than I was. But I think, Buddy, what it takes to win here is a good set of brakes, because you got a brake and you can't get on the gas to the nose turns.
Jeff Green is on the Bud pole. He's also leading the series in points. Take a look at the starting lineup. Jeff Green and Jeff Purvis, row number 1. Row number 2, Hank Parker Jr. and Todd Bodine. Row number 3, Kevin Grubb and Jimmy Johnson. While in the 4th row, Ron Hornaday and Bobby Hamilton Jr. are together. Derek Gilchrist and David Green are in row number 5. Kevin Harvick and Elton Sawyer sharing the 6th row. Mike McLaughlin and Tim Fido are going in the row 7. Last year's winner, Casey Atwood and Tony Raines in row number 8. Jason Keller and Kyle Petty is here after last night's run in Daytona. Hermie Sadler and Randy LaJoy, row number 10. P.J. Jones and Andy Santerre in the 11th row. Jay Sauter, he's from Wisconsin, and Lance Hooper. Row number 13, Rich Bickle from Wisconsin, and Bobby Hillen Jr. Row number 14, Blaze Alexander and Chad Chaffin going together. Andy Houston is in the Channel Lock car alongside Tom Hubert. Mark Green and Buckshot Jones, who's a former winner here. There's Wisconsin's Dick Trickle and Anthony Lazzaro. Wayne Grubb and Wisconsin native Jason Schuler. There are a lot of Wisconsin guys in the field. Bill Parsons and Lyndon Amick in row number 19. Mike Dillon, Jason Leffler, row number 20. Justin Labonte and Michael Rich in the 21st row, and shotgun on the field will be Jason Jarrett, another rookie in the NASCAR Busch Series. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. On the first lap, should I read those graphics or just let them go? Because in the first lap, we don't usually say much. Good. All right, fine. Fine. So as soon as I start the grid, these fellas are free to get up and get their positions. Okay. Okay.
In today's field, 34 Chevrolets,
yes,
4
we'll
Fords,
get out of their way and
and
let them
5
do that.
Pontiacs.
They want you to black the wall up. Yeah.
All right, that was fun.
I think the one behind Jerry is what they were saying.
No, no, no. This is a real camel hump here. This is a absolute camel-ass hump.
What I think I'm going to do is get it over to the radio booth and get out of these boys' way for a while.
I think I will too, because there's not room enough for the wires.
that's another thing.
They ain't gonna be able to see. I told them that. I said, you know what? When the race starts, this has to stay up. If it rains, I don't have time to rehang it. If it rains, it has to stay. Ah, yeah, okay. They can't see. Everyone's gone. They don't see nothing.
Oh yeah, that's
The only way to see forward is to press your head anyway. You just don't see one of you. It's gone.
That's right.
I'll make this race.
Because they move. You tell he like, get your big fat ass over against that board.
Oh, we did. We told Gary he couldn't go any further straight crushing.
Let's go from the truck.
I'll tell you, yeah, it's straight crushing. You gotta run back?
Okay.
I just knock him down. Look at the supports under there. Oh well. Ain't my job. Right? That's my new philosophy.
It's all we need. Another fucking shot right up there. Another fucking audio boy with attitude. It's all we need.
Is it too late for the truck?
Yes. There better be some more utilities getting their asses up here too for this strike. Well, there's a shitload of shit gotta go down. Will it come up all the way? We lift it over the wall? So I ain't gotta carry all this shit down? Are we eating? No meal? We have to travel or pack it up here with us? No truck numbers. I'll call down to eat. Oh, this shit. Well, he spread out, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Those buddies.
No, no. Gary's fucking better. You can see it. DieHard Batteries Motorsports Weekend merchandise.
Don't you worry about who it
Official
is.
Milwaukee Miles souvenir apparel.
Where's
All
Kathleen?
available at 4 locations around the track. 3 of those
What's wrong
booths
there?
are located on Grandstand Avenue. The 4th is in the
What?
infield at the top of the tunnel, right near Boot Dockers.
Work.
Classic
Have mom get to the
car
hospital.
and hot rod
In my
show.
damn truck.
Many of the items have been produced in limited quantities.
What?
You want to get to the nearest Corporate Express Milwaukee Mile official track souvenir location
Milwaukee.
now for your official Sears DieHard 200 and 250
Bush race today.
best merchandise Milwaukee Mile souvenirs.
Yeah. It's a big city. They got. I mean, we
NBS
got
Rescue Systems is the provider of rescue systems here at the Milwaukee Mile. Responding to on-track incidents, the safety team backed up by some of the most advanced equipment available, courtesy of NBS Rescue Systems. NBS, the official
The roof
rescue
fell
system
in.
of the Milwaukee Mile.
Yeah. We can see. I can see the roof
Good
right
friends
here.
and all of the
Yeah.
members of the safety team,
County
all
stain.
the
Yeah.
spotters, and everybody else that works throughout the Milwaukee Mile. Takes on a lot of folks to put on
part
this
of the
program.
today.
Bush Grand National Series officials from NASCAR.
See what they said. Say it's gonna be the
Media
only
people and
like
everybody.
this
We really
hemisphere.
appreciate all their cooperation
It's
and
gonna
help.
open like a clamshell.
Make our job that much
Yeah.
easier to give you, the fans, as much information
Fans.
as we can as they
Yeah,
progress along.
fans. Like a fan. Like a
Also,
Japanese
wanna
fan.
thank Wisconsin Fans for Auto Racing under Andrew Jerstad. Don't forget the Alan Wiki
Yeah. All right, so they've gone,
Park
huh?
Museum is open today,
Well,
5:30 to 8 o'clock.
I'll call her later for sure.
It'll also be open on July 4th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's at Highway 100
All right.
in Cold Spring.
Everybody else is live.
Greenfield down to Highway 100, turn left on 100.
Key.
Take that
They have Callie there
down
too.
to Cold Spring.
Oh, Lord God.
Don't ask me how many lights.
Keep Nathan away from
Cold
him?
Spring. It'll be on the left-hand side.
That's one thing I'll help.
Great museum full of lots of Alan Quickie
Why didn't you bust him in the head a couple weeks
NASCAR
ago?
championship trophy,
Nathan, out there hitting key shit.
as well as other memorabilia from
Look at
his
the
short
house.
track racing days throughout the Milwaukee area, Slinger,
Oh,
Dale's Corners, and many other racing
I
tracks.
knocked him out in the heart.
Definitely stop by. Check that out. Want to join Wisconsin Fans for Auto Racing? Very worthwhile organization.
All right, well, I'll check back later. All right, bye.
And again, we certainly do encourage you to see some of the folks with the white shirts on. You can ask them.
You sure it's 1:30?
Get you in touch with Andrea.
Not
Or
1 o'clock?
give them your name and address, zip code, and Andrea will drop you a membership form in the mail. We'll have a great event coming up next March. Recognize Wisconsin Fans for Auto Racing Driver Recognition Awards for the 2000 season. Updating you a little bit on some of the racing action.
That's the way I got over here.
Starting off at Slide Home Track, Wilmot Speedway. Kurt Winker picking up the feature win in the Star Trek Sprints last night. First time ever in sprint car racing history, a husband and wife both won qualifying heats and finished first and fourth in the feature. Kurt and his wife Lisa both won heat races. Kurt took the lead from Lisa on lap 4 and went on to win it. And Lisa ended up finishing fourth.
What if they ever got Chrysler out there?
Modified feature was won by Casey Schramm, Sterling, Illinois.
Yeah.
Tony Schley,
She don't
Zion,
exist.
Illinois, is the Western Girls Stock Car Series competitor. They'll be racing at the Grundy County Speedway in Morris, Illinois. On Tuesday night, he picked up the IMCA Hobby Stock feature win. Small lights that come out World of Outlaw Series will be at Raceway at Powertown Park in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. Greenfield sprint cars expected to be on hand, and next Saturday night at Beaumont Speedway, jamming in July, featuring the IRA Outlaw Sprint Car Charleston out of West Salem, Wisconsin. Eddie Hoffman from Wheaton, Illinois was third. John Linke from Greenfield, Minnesota, fourth. Travis Waffle from Gainesville, Wisconsin, and fifth. Scott Campbell of Montello, Wisconsin. Brian Hoppy of Madison. J.R. Roaring of South Bend. Tim Sauter of Necedah. And Justin Dirks of Davenport, Iowa, rounded out the top 10. Their next event will be July the 11th at Madison International Speedway, Oregon, Wisconsin, the Pepsi 250.
Yeah, and that goes back to point.
Of course, at Daytona last night, Jeff Burton picking up the victory, so a double victory yesterday for Roush Racing and for Exide Batteries.
There's a hole in the pit.
Dale Jarrett finishing second, Rusty Wallace, Miller Lite number 2, third,
Right.
Mark Martin fourth, Ricky Rudd fifth,
Right.
followed by Tony Stewart, Ward Burton, Dale Earnhardt, Mike Skinner, and Jeff Gordon.
That's how we figured out the other day why those
Matt Henson
coax
finished up in 20th spot,
Don't go underneath
the
there.
highest finishing rookie driver.
There's like 3 in a row there. I thought, yeah, I'm
Kyle
going to
Benning
go
will be competing
20
today
feet down
here
the butthole to get
Milwaukee
3
Mile, finished 30th. Flew in after that event.
They don't even see me.
Got Hansen qualifying in.
They don't even fucking see me. I tell them to go do something, they go do it.
After the race, go get that cable you put up in the booth.
They know what they gotta get and they go get it. That's the way I look at it.
Lincoln Neva Raceway in action
You
every
know better than when you guys are going to go down to some hole, get 3
Friday and Saturday night.
Just like that cable we cut off, man.
Saturday night.
Ronnie would have had to figure out a way to get that fucking thing up through there, wouldn't he?
90 degrees.
Coming here in August, the American Speed Association AC Delco Challenge Series will be here at the Milwaukee Mile. Time Warner Cable 200 is the weekend of August 26th to 27th.
And we tried to pull a
Cars
connector through it.
competing on the
Wouldn't
track
come.
today.
I said, pull it back out. God damn it, I'll make it
Racing
come.
called Milwaukee Mile Ticket Office.
I took his call.
Portable family devices remain.
Cut the end off.
Saturday's activities include ASA practice.
20
All
bucks.
night, as well as last year's qualifying event. Sunday
What?
Time Warner Cable 200 starts at 2 o'clock. Features the always popular
Where you
race
going?
on-track driver autograph session.
We'll ship
You'll
them
see
from Loudon.
you,
Ship them to my
great
house.
stock car racing fans, all back here at the Milwaukee Mile in August.
We'll just ship them from Loudon to my house.
Youngsters,
We'll get a box.
Lane, buddy, you're going to be able to make it through.
They've already made it through once.
now I
What is
believe we
that?
are ready for our trackside pre-race ceremonies, and here's Jim Fredo.
Has anybody said thank you for doing this? That's what I
Ladies and gentlemen, just a few moments ago we saw the world's largest shopping cart brought to you by Jewel Osco taking a lap around. We're very pleased on behalf of the Milwaukee Mile to welcome the president of Jewel Osco, Pete Van Helden. Pete, welcome to the Milwaukee Mile.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. Very glad to be here.
This involvement is hopefully the start of a long process, but you have Derek Gilchrist today, the Albertsons car. I'm sure you're cheering them on as part of your company involvement.
Absolutely. We're very excited about having Derek on board and bringing that experience he has to this event. Very excited about it.
Pete, what can you draw from racing as a sponsor, especially here at the Milwaukee Mile?
Well, we recognize that NASCAR racing is the #1 spectator sport, and those are all of our customers. So we're very pleased to be a part of this and being out in front of everybody, and hopefully we'll see them in our stores.
You're the official food and drug store of the Milwaukee Mile. Hopefully there won't be any long delays or headaches, but obviously Jewel Osco is very much involved with the community here in Milwaukee as well.
Absolutely. We've been here recently now for almost 4 years, and we are very involved in the community and pleased to be part of this event.
Thank you for your involvement today. Pete Van Helden, president of Jewel Osco. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Jim.
1:30 to 4.
Today's 1 o'clock.
Everybody's telling me 1:30.
Yesterday was 1:30.
Yeah.
Today's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, boys.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I thought, why in the hell would they be doing driver introductions an hour before race time? Thank you.
I was sitting in Sloboda. I'm not going to say how much. Sure, you look. And we're 1 till 4 today.
3 hours.
3-hour show.
Get the hell out of here.
Lord willing, and great number.
The Grand Marshal for the DieHard 250 day is Chris Krimmer, a Sears Auto Center manager from Racine, Wisconsin. The 25-year-old Sears veteran is an avid race fan and works on the pit crew for a dirt track team that races at nearby Hales Corners Speedway. Krimmer is experienced as a race VIP as he served as the honorary starter for the Craftsman Truck Series race at the Milwaukee Mile 3 years ago.
That's why they're
He'll be
years
accompanied
behind.
today at the track by his 3 sons, Justin, Pat, and Prince Jr. Waving the green flag today for the DieHard 250 will be Brad Goss of New Berlin. Goss, who is 30 years of age, earned the
conducted by WLZR Laser 103 here in Milwaukee.
Hi, buddy. How you doing, buddy?
Down goes Frazier.
It always take down long enough to land NASCAR and they started coming in. Two up in NASCAR, but they came in and wanted their seats. I hate when that happens.
Remember the net return. Y'all move something on that net return monitor?
Move something on that return monitor there?
Slob, you hit something?
No, not that I know of. Well, maybe I put it on there. Yeah. Where need to be like that?
Slob, don't make me come down
Don't make him cuss.
anymore. Today.
I gotta find my notes. I put them over there somewhere, but I think mine was wrong.
Would that be these right here? Where are you gonna put them?
You were built there, and I always ask Terry to move a little bit.
No, I'll just do this, and he'll get the message.
Yeah. Take it easy.
What are you going to Nazareth?
You going down?
I'm drag racing.
Anyone like an
I would
outdoor?
love it now.
I would.
I got a
Will
case.
make us all spike. What flavor is this one?
That's the high test.
Have you had this cinnamon?
I went.
They're good.
They're better than me. These things here are staggering. 91, Rich Quick. Where did he cut his teeth at?
Right here.
Right here.
Here and Slinger.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to direct your attention to the starting line victory lane podium.
Who drives the 19 now?
On behalf of NASCAR, Beth Barrow is going to come forward to present the Cleveland engine builder of the race from one race ago when Ron Fellows piloted the Nemco Motorsports number 87 to victory lane in the NASCAR BGS Series at Watkins Glen. To present on behalf of NASCAR again is Beth Barrow.
On behalf of NASCAR and Clevite, I am presenting Carl Wagner with the Clevite engine builder of the race. Congratulations.
In the 60s, Farnelli had 9 wins, 2 in champ cars, and 72 seconds.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Thank you. Carl Wagner from Markesan, Wisconsin, powering the winners and the winning championships in NASCAR Grand National Competitions.
Space there for Buddy, too.
We'd also like to recognize Ron Fellows, the winner of the Gatorade Front Runner Award, and the Goodies Extra Strength Award from last race goes to Butch Heitzinger, who drove the Little Tree Chevy to a runner-up finish.
So I wouldn't screw it up.
Huh?
Because you're part of their motorsports crew.
I was asked, do you feel like doing this? I'll go. I said, I don't think that would work all my time. I wonder who would say that. That would not be a good match. That would be like gas and match. Yeah, I can hear y'all now. Before we ever went on.
Attention on pit lane. You must have a NASCAR-issued garage pass to be on pit lane. Again, if you do not have a NASCAR credential or NASCAR-issued garage pass, we'd ask you to leave the pit lane area at this time. Thank you.
Oh, no.
How do we...
They're big scratch if you don't
Ladies and gentlemen, to welcome today's starting field for the Sears DieHard 250. On stage, please welcome with me the circulation manager for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Ray Schrader, and the Sears Director of Motorsports, Henry Ferris, back to the podium as they will wish the drivers well this afternoon.
Did they ever
bite me when I go in there.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
That one day the other.
It gets a little strange if you're gone over a week anyhow.
And now your starting field for the NASCAR Quick Series Black National Division. Sears DieHard 250 mile. Car owner is Dale Jarrett.
The other one broke his leg and like three blades. One of them was like this traction. But like the mother said,
They're alive.
My hero.
And they'll walk, right?
well, since the first will walk with a limp the rest of them won't. Ankle, hip, some about his back, but then the back fractured something.
So he must have been the bottom of the pile.
How'd you like that one?
Who
is that? Oh, that's Jason Leffler. I thought, my God, somebody's kid's got the uniform on. He must be at least 5'2".
At least.
Not your typical race fan.
He backed right into my wall, too, down here.
Huh?
He backed in the wall qualifying.
Jason did?
Oh, yeah, crushed it.
There's your little tire changer, Jared.
Yeah.
There's Mike Dillon.
You know, they kept saying there was still.
Now, he is a stud. I want you to know. He could have made a good football player,
That's
Jared.
what I heard. Obviously, no one or that was it.
Nah, buddy always whispers about me.
Huh?
Or Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Lyndon
I
Davis.
can't get the introductions. I don't know who they're talking about.
State.
Everything. Let's see what stands still.
Yeah, I heard somebody at home say that they knew somebody that worked
Where's
with
Parsons starting?
and
Where's
that
Phil Parsons start? What position?
Got a little age on him.
up to that
We're getting on up.
all the Speedway had paid all of
That's
them.
Steve Christen's wife.
Paid all the medical how to ward off some of these.
Jason Shulaw.
She is a very interesting woman. She has one of those, what do they call
Any
that?
women racing
What
today?
do you call that? It's not a disease, but it's like a condition where you can't, it's compulsive.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit!
No, it's a compulsive.
Buck!
Obsessive compulsive.
Obsessive compulsive.
One of those.
Oh my God. Susan Grissom.
Oh, did she leave their house?
She cannot go to bed at night
There's that tire changer.
unless there is every
First tire changer to qualify at Milwaukee.
Lazarua.
at night when everybody gets
That's
home.
all right.
When it's nighttime, when everybody's climbing into bed, she must put a load of wash in and dryer and put it all away before she goes to sleep.
Hey, do me a favor, send her to my house. 'Cause it's been neglected for 10 years.
She told me that herself, and she said when their boy Kyle was little, he slept with them till they were like 5 years old because she had new comforter and all in the bed, and she didn't want it messed up. She
What
told
is
me
wrong with David Green?
She said there is no joke now in my house. I said, did you come to my house for this?
He was
Really?
She said, I never had no come today. And I said,
I think he lost his confidence when he tried to
treated
lunch
for
with
that.
something and missed.
I don't know, she told me.
Did that happen?
I was at lunch with me and Trey and a bunch of us, and we were like,
Look at Mike Wallace.
What
He
am I-
went all the way down.
she said, I never go to bed with not one piece of dirty clothes.
They said he went after.
Really?
Sure did. And the kid punted him out of the way.
Yeah.
He had every right to go after.
I just need about 1/10 of that.
Them boys will cut you.
There was some good footage, too. They were
Especially
going
Jack
for that.
Elam, the senior. Have you ever seen his dad?
No.
Looks like Jack Elam.
Who's that? Tommy?
Yeah.
Really?
Tommy Elam looks like Jack Elam. You're looking
It's
at
gonna be
me.
okay today, okay?
I can't do it.
It's gonna be okay.
I'm too scared.
You won't be scared.
I'm nervous
Going to
and I'm frightened and I can't hear the introductions. Buddy, I don't know if I can do this.
Jerry?
Yes.
Too damn late now, believe me.
Hey,
I've taken like 12 over the frickin' door. You ain't getting out.
It's total concentration and short breath.
Okay.
That's it.
Total constipation and
feel
short
like being in
breath.
labor, you know, just take.
Just remember, less is more.
Yeah, you are getting out now.
The first thing they know.
Less is better.
Yeah, less is more. That's the
first thing that they told me when I started television. I start a story and I just go, la 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 la. And they say, this one that does have an end on it.
What? Somebody called me. Who was it?
Me.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, are we wearing jackets, I guess?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
DieHard got me.
That'd be 400 degrees. Or it wouldn't be.
Okay, I'm up here.
Well, did one man get all the makeup, and Jerry and I we'll look like seals.
Looked like we died.
Look good to start with.
Looked like we died 2 weeks ago.
It's a nice crease the whole way down. Just the bottom is what I'm worried about.
Well, let's get all this crap. What time is it?
40. We have 20 minutes.
20
Get it
minutes.
over towards the floor so they don't step
10
on the
of them.
wall. As far as you can towards the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. Go ahead and tuck it in. Yeah, I'll move you a bit.
You know, I'm ready to get next door.
Who's that? That's the first guy got a cheer. Who's the guy in green?
Okay, Frenchie, tell Dennis to bite you. Hey, listen to the radio. Yeah, are you hearing it? Try it again, Frenchie.
Andy Santeri. Somebody called him one day. Santeri.
Hey, French, try it again, baby. Get Frenchie to talk. You can yell at the radio.
PJ.
PJ's the only guy that ever hit me under caution.
Yeah.
Hit me under caution at that Louisville track.
He said a lot of people.
Under caution?
Yeah.
I went after him. You'd have loved it, but I went to his truck, went after him. I said, I'm going to tell you what, I can fight a lot better.
Lean to the right.
Did you?
Yeah, I said, I don't mind you hitting me. You hit me under caution, we're going to fight.
They did that on the very first stand-up ever in the history of ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Like I used to do. They come to my car.
You got something to put in and put up.
Get off Just go ahead and start it, you know? We're not even standing there waiting on it to happen. Just go ahead and get rid of it.
Arledge told Jim McCann to lean to his right.
Now, why has he got that
McCann
thing
leaned
on his
to
damn
his right, so he was lined up
right
straight
elbow?
to the camera.
May have burned it. I don't know my
Very
elbow in the
first
bush.
show of Wide World of Sports.
May have burned it. Did he drive last
What's he
week?
got the patch on his elbow for? Kyle. See that heat pad there on his elbow?
That's probably his foot thing.
Oh, okay.
Check, check.
Okay. That's why they say you.
1, 2, 1, 2.
And I get all the hands.
Not until the first note sounds.
I had it cranked on the track.
Hoppy, hoppy.
Here's my check.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. That's true.
When I brought it, it was a little hot, so I brought it down.
My dad could race the shit out of this race.
Is that right?
Yeah, Lord. See where that wall is right out.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I used to just marvel at how close he was getting to the gun, getting under people, getting in the corner there. I tell you, my dad was a young man. He was a hellacious driver. He could drive anywhere in any kind of car. Open up. I've seen him win in Indy cars, you know, the old Indy cars. And, they started a division in NASCAR one time that had the Indy cars, then they had midgets. He won championship and everything.
Yeah.
They there have a holiday?
I would guess that we are not.
You talk about somebody get your grip. Buddy, when he was like in his 30s and 40s. Don't make sense nobody up there to argue with him. He come back and fuck You probably know that.
Oh, yeah.
And if he looked like he's going to lose at all, he gets his gun. I mean, it wasn't no damn. It wasn't no losing.
No, no. We'll win one way or the other.
Yeah. If he felt like he's losing ground, he'd just go ahead and pop the cap on him.
Yes, he is.
We went down through the grandstand shooting at a guy one time.
Gee.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Yeah.
How come you're not going?
That would be a Kevin Harvick there.
Maybe I'll be a little Little Peacock. With a little hat on his head. I'll be Little Peacock.
Hey, Steve. Wait a minute. What's that?
We're talking about
Hey guys, without headsets on, I just need you to stack up. We're going to check the framing again, now that we fixed that wall.
Do we need our wires?
No, just framing. Hey John. Hey John. Reach up and grab them 2 jackets.
We'll be wearing them.
Right, I'm just framing now. Shem? Okay.
Martha, Joel's calling.
CBS Sorts.
CBS Sports?
Yeah, Joel.
Flatter is better. Thinner is. I'm not even good enough to run anymore. I just have to talk like it. He's my hero. He worked on my race. I like him a lot. Anybody can work on a race car, it's got to be all right. Hey, that girl wants me standing back there with a damn bag like that. Yeah. He and Robert, they did all that much for 25 hours.
They could work. Oh, Robert. Did you ever hear Robert sing down in Daytona, in the bar?
Robert King wanted me to drive the sportsman car one time. Let me tell you something, boy.
Let's see how it works. Let's try to swap seats a second here. Yeah. My big old self next to Buddy's big old self ain't working real well. Let's try this.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Hang on, I got 3 guys talking to me. Somebody's first? Yeah. Whatever you want to do. Is this better? All right. Yeah. Is this too casual leaning like this with our blazer on, Steve, or would you rather I sit up straight? All right. Okay. Okay.
Hey John, pass them their jackets.
I don't know what.
Well, let's see.
Really working out well. It's not like football, is it, Coach?
Yeah, they have glamorous boots at the football place. I bet y'all have glamorous boots to do football.
We really do. Even the radio booths for football are nicer than the TV
And the
booth
best
here.
TV booth that we have.
So we're willing to get the best booth now for TV.
Just so you gentlemen will know.
Coconut's pretty good. Dover's not bad.
I like New Hampshire.
No, New Hampshire's too small.
Yeah. Dover's not too bad, but it's almost too little.
Buddy's wires. No. Buddy's.
Steve Sears just informed me that there will be no telecast tomorrow, so if we do not get it done today, we are going home. However, he also did tell me that CNN will pick us up tonight.
This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. It will work.
Will this change your questions? You're going to go with Buddy still first, even though I'm next to you. What a great question. You got to love I was paying attention. Yes. Thanks for not letting me have the introductions.
This is all. Ah!
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, man, you'll be all right in a year or two. I stepped on Buddy's ear. Not that it's crowded up here.
No, no.
Buddy's my hero, and I stepped on his ear. Come on, guys.
Hey, give me a break. Hey.
Come on. Hey, it must have been the cough medicine. Eli?
Must have been.
Elijah.
Go.
In the middle of the night. I'm okay. As long as Glanville didn't step on my cord again.
I'm going to be all right. They say the surgery was a success. Whoop. Hey.
You made me cry for. I didn't want to do it.
Hear me now, Michael? Okay.
Yes.
It's a good thing there's no mirrors in the truck, is all I got to say. Oh, man, you're scary.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Say it again, Mike. I was talking to Bubba.
In the middle of the night.
Martha, which one is
Yeah,
my
fine.
format? Thank you. Yep. Which
Michael,
one is mine? I'm ready.
I'll talk about Hank Parker just like
I'm too
you
nervous.
originally said.
Get my format back there, will you? I can't find the damn thing.
Thank God for that.
Man, there's going to be tears here. I can feel it.
Open weeping is not allowed.
No. We
Thank
can't
you.
do anything about it. No, it won't.
Can we get 4 more people in this booth? Just any
Yes,
4.
it does.
All right, fine.
Oh,
Thank you,
Jesus.
Drano. Thank you. In the middle of the night.
I had it pretty well tucked away.
Yeah.
And now...
Phil, would you kill the
No.
light? We got 10 minutes.
No, this is
Gary
no good.
said you
I'm
can
gonna put
kill
it
the
back
light
like I
since
had
you've
it.
got 10 minutes.
Thank you, Phil. That's
Thank
probably
you.
the best thing
Do
you've
they
done
really
all week.
think that this isn't electric? This is not electric. What are they trying to do? Hate this. God, I hate this. Now, that looks good. That's a statement.
Quasimodo.
I say.
How long did you have that hump on your
I
back?
say.
Go ring a bell. Yeah.
She brought me water.
Don't you ring my
Yeah,
bell?
she rung my bell.
Don't you
She
ring
broke
my
my heart
bell?
and I broke her jaw. Keep it a secret.
Yes,
Let
sir.
him catch it too.
Gotcha. Yep.
Pardon?
Thank you, Steve.
Who is that, Drano? Drano. I found
That's
a place
correct.
that sells your clothes.
Yeah, I know.
Hi,
Yeah,
in
that
Charlotte.
was totally my fault, not yours. You guys
Something
told me
that
the
bad?
right thing, and I screwed up. I didn't think so.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's going to switch.
Thank
Bruce and friends.
I have a feeling. We're going to end up having to do the race like this. 'Cause I don't think we're ever going to be able to move again. Yeah. Remember, as soon as I start the grid, you guys can start doing
Yeah,
that
well,
stuff.
Thump and grunt.
I don't think so.
It don't make any difference to me. I'm a happy camper. I don't care. That chair takes up a hell of a...
I don't care. I'll take a stool. I had a stool all day
Yeah,
yesterday.
a stool will take up less room.
I'll take the stool.
Yeah.
And I'll work off the chair.
Yeah, all right.
Take Buddy first, and then Jerry, you come second.
Will I wrap him with my cord if I do that?
Yeah,
We'll get over there.
We've got time. We'll be fine, guys.
I can't do it. I'm too nervous.
I've run off tackle him many a time. I know
Yeah.
how to get there.
Somebody blocked. They're killing me.
Yeah. Yes.
Go back and just say, boys,
Really?
please,
The way y'all are blocking,
Solid?
don't give me the damn ball, please.
That's good, yeah.
They're beginning to enjoy killing me. What?
Yes.
Please don't use that
Definitely,
word.
I'll give you a call.
Yeah, don't
Give us
say
another
that.
word. Turn it off.
Thank you. Same.
K-I-L-L. Kill?
Hopefully this ain't the end for that.
Uh-oh.
Flashing through your head too, buddy?
What?
Kill.
Kill.
Have a great day.
Do the name of Ruby Begonia ring a familiar bell?
Strike a familiar note, yeah. Do the name Ruby Begonia strike a familiar
Oh, I
note?
tell you, the Kingfish got $50 and I got to get it. Walter Malthus died. I mean, that's,
That is sad.
yeah.
He was good. He and Lemon were wonderful together.
Is my headset supposed to be going in and out right now?
No, it should not be.
Well, it is.
Mine is too.
Mine is not.
Mine is fading.
I'm on and then I'm off.
Yep, that's what I hear too. Yep, just like that and like that. It's
Really?
off. Totally off now.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now I turn my head and it's working again.
Oh,
Really?
It's not the earphones. It's that plate in your
Yes.
head.
Yes,
Yep.
Dennis.
I'm
Yep.
just hearing you in the right ear. Are you supposed
But
to be coming in the left ear?
No.
There's one ear.
That's the whole problem. I've been trying to double ear this thing.
Double ear it. I'm serious. Is yours fading in and out? Yeah.
Mine, is it really? Yeah?
No, I don't hear any music in my left ear at all.
I don't either. There's my left. I just raised my left ear.
Roll that music again, Dennis. Let these fellows set their levels here. We had some pots turned down.
Okay, there's something wrong with the left ear and listen.
And Steve, we are doing the short open, correct? No changes. All right. Thank you, Joel.
Hey, Joel, your voice is so much better over this headset than it is live.
Still loud.
Talking to you in person.
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's like blah. Yes. Joel looks better with a headset on.
Whatever the hell that means, it was funny.
Somebody play some music or something, please.
Get it, buddy. Get
Gotta have something here.
Hello, check, buddy. You got me there?
That's the left.
Check. Hello, check, buddy. 1 2 1 2 1 2.
I can get by with that as long as it don't fade in and out.
We'll be fine. Joel, talk to Buddy a second, please.
Okay, I got you in my right ear, Joel. Yep. Okay, it's not fading in and out like it was. Thank
Good.
you.
Hey,
Copy.
Joel. Joel, are you there? You're going to tell me
Yes,
when
I
we're
do.
on and off
Yes,
the
I
air.
do.
They've just fired the engines.
Let's do this, puppy.
Even though we've changed seats, I'm still talking to you first, buddy.
That's a good thing.
I'm going to look
Yeah.
at Buddy as you talk to him then.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at Buddy.
And I'll look back and probably laugh my fanny off. But we're professionals here, and
Yes.
we will not make a...
Only thing
Yes,
that
sir.
bothers me is... Yes. Is Eli supposed to have his hand in my pocket, or is that an accident?
That's part of my religious upbringing.
Well, as soon as they go 100 laps, Eli, I want your damn hat under my pocket. Out of there. 100 laps I'll give him.
Treat me like a fool.
Give me 8 hours to stop
Treat me mean and cruel.
I will.
But love me.
Cut me, Mick. I can't take it. Cut me. Let me bleed all over him.
Ah, boy, I'm going to have a time today with this damn headset.
If you
You'll
need
be
mine,
fine. You'll
just
be
holler.
fine.
Grab
As
mine.
long as y'all can hear me, I don't have to hear.
You got a backup? Can you put that back a little bit? We're getting a little nervous. up here.
Okay, where's Gary? Where is our famous...
I'm
Not
too
time
nervous.
yet. Not time
Okay.
yet. It was
Just-
here yesterday.
Just checking.
It was funny yesterday. Jerry didn't know what the hell was going on.
No, I didn't hear you yesterday. No, I was put out.
You didn't get to hear us, and we talked about you for 2 hours.
Huh? No, you know, it's just kind of a normal thing. Yeah, no laughter, no tan lines. And Patty Wheeler had plenty of tickets down there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Patty, where are you when I need you?
I hope not.
I did find Elvis. I'm finally sitting with Elvis. From what?
2 minutes to us.
I'm not ready. Can you stop him in New York, please? I'm not ready.
Tell Bonnie to hang on.
Yes.
Okay, there, I found it. It's in this chord when I move it right here. That one. It's just
A hoppy?
hoppy.
All right.
It's a dingle and his dangle.
There's nothing we can do about it now, so let's just sit tight for the time being. Yeah. We're only 90
To what?
seconds
Minute and
out.
a half to what? What are we going to do in a
All
minute?
right, hang on. Martha, can you hand Bill Sloboda a piece of tape? Let's tape Buddy's cord on the back of his jacket, please.
Terry Ewert told me they were taping this. And now
Slob.
you're telling me this is
Somebody
live?
back there? We're all
I
set.
can't do live.
Here you go, Martha.
That's okay.
There you go.
Careful now. Don't jerk it off my head up here.
I'm nervous. Don't jerk your head off.
No.
We have cars moving on the track, John.
All right, guys, here we go. Race car.
Under that.
Let's see.
Race cars. Oh, that's the wrong time.
Animation title page. Weather. Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you woof me in the? Is it Dennis?
You bet, Wolf.
Woof me, Dennis.
CBS Sports, the NASCAR Busch Series, and Mother Nature have all gathered at the Milwaukee Mile. The NASCAR Busch Series Milwaukee 250 is live on CBS Sports this Sunday afternoon. There is a significant chance of rain and thunderstorms. The storms are closing to within 40 miles of the racetrack. The cars have already rolled on the first of their pace laps. We are closing in on the green flag. Hi, everybody. I'm Eli Gold. Welcome to Milwaukee. The coach, Jerry Glanville, Buddy Baker alongside as well. Buddy, last night in Daytona, you were talking about a racetrack with 31 degrees of banking. That's not the case here in Milwaukee.
Not at all. This is basically a flat racetrack, and when you go down in the corner, you have to back out of it. Let it set itself. If you get in the throttle too quick, you'll run into the wall.
Now, Jerry Glanville's best ever finish in a NASCAR race was here at the Milwaukee Mile. Do you just get into a rhythm on a flat track, Coach?
I really wasn't any good on this flat track. I like some banking, but everybody else was worse than me. That's how we had a good finish.
Now, Jeff Green is leading the points. He is also on the Bud pole for today's Milwaukee 250. Jeff Purvis is alongside of him. Row number 2, Hank Parker Jr. and Todd Bodine. Row number 3, Kevin Grubb and Jimmy Johnson are together, while in row 4, Ron Hornaday and Bobby Hamilton Jr. will be going. Derek Gilchrist and David Green are in row 5. Kevin Harvick and Elton Sawyer in the 6th row. Mike McLaughlin and Tim Fedua going in row number 7. Casey Atwood, who won here a year ago, is joined by Tony Raines on row number 8. Jason Keller and Kyle Petty, like Buddy Baker, making the run up from Daytona. Hermie Sadler and Randy LaJoy together in row 10. P.J. Jones and Andy Santerre, row number 11. There's Wisconsin's Jay Sauter and Lance Hooper together in the 12th row. Another Wisconsinite, Rich Bickle and Bobby Hillen together in the 13th row. Blaze Alexander and Chad Chaffin, row number 14. Andy Houston in the Channel Lock car today with Tom Hubert in row 15. There's Mark Green and former Milwaukee winner Buckshot Jones. Row number 17, Wisconsin favorite Dick Trickle and Anthony Lazzaro. row number 18, Wayne Grubb, and another Wisconsin native, Jason Schuler. In row number 19, Phil Parsons and Lyndon Amick are together. Row number 20 has Mike Dillon and Jason Leffler. And row number 21, Justin Labonte along with Michael Rich, and yet another rookie, Jason Jarrett. He brings up the tail end of the field in row number 22. Field now coming off that flat turn number 4 as they get set to get the 1 to go signal. We've got a number of the top drivers giving us rides around the track today. The Team Napa entry for Ron Hornaday. He'll be giving us a quick ride around the Milwaukee Mile. There's Mike McLaughlin. He has the Gould's Pump race cam along to give you the better view of the Milwaukee Mile. There you see Hermie Sadler's Little Trees race cam. Hermie's been quick here all weekend long. P.J. Jones, his dad was great here in Milwaukee, Parnelli Jones, and P.J. has the Yellow Freight race cam giving us the ride. There's Jason Schuler, his Visine race cam. As you see the heavy clouds rolling in overhead here at the Milwaukee Mile. There's Mike Dillon, the Rockwell Automation team, and their onboard cameras giving us this view of the Milwaukee Mile. If you're not familiar with the numbers, that's what they're battling for today. $757,000. And Buddy Baker, this racetrack, like any flat track, it's a handful, isn't it?
It is that. It's 1 mile in length. And they say it's banked. I kind of wonder about that. They say it's 9 degrees, a little over 9.5 degrees. Straightaway is 2.5 degrees. I'll tell you what, though, you go in the corner, it feels like it's banked the other way.
And if you look at the manufacturers today, you wonder why so few Fords. For one reason, there's only 4, and that's because there's a 390 carburetor. That's a small carburetor, and to run a Ford real fast, buddy, like you did, you need that big carburetor.
Yeah, and you can see that Chevrolet's leading right now with the most wins this year.
So we are glad you're with us here, wrapping up 3 races in 2 days on CBS Sports. Green flag, and we're underway for the NASCAR Busch Series in Milwaukee. Turn number 4. Jeff Green leads him. There's the battle for 5th. Todd Bodine in the 66. Jimmy Johnson in the 92.
Boy, Todd Bodine showing a lot of muscle in the outside in that 66 car. He says this car is balanced pretty well for this racetrack. He's pretty pleased with it. Bobby Hamilton Jr. in the 26 there. David Green diving down in turn 3 in the 34 car.
Jerry, how quickly before you start making moves at a racetrack, on any racetrack, how long do you ride around before you say, all right, we're ready to get going?
Well, it'll be a little quicker today, Eli, because rather than have the tire pressure down 6 to 8 pounds, they're only down 2 to 3 pounds because of that new generation left front tire.
Number 4, Jeff Purvis. There's Kevin Grubb in the 37 and Ron Hornaday in number 3.
And when they're talking about the new generation tire to the people just joining us that don't know a lot about the tires, it means they have a little bit of stagger built into them, meaning the right side's a little taller than the left side.
That's the battle for 4th spot. There's Kyle Petty, we told you, and no problems for Phil Parsons now on the back straightaway off the corner.
He's got her refired now, and he's back underway.
And we continue under green. There is no caution. So as Phil came off the backstretch and went towards the corner, the car came around on him.
It goes a lap down, though.
Watch what happens here with Phil Parsons outside of Mike Dillon.
Well, he's got the back out pretty wide there. He just loses the back. It steps out, and he turns around backwards there. Very lucky that everybody missed him as he was spinning around there.
And that's my corner. That's turn 4. I've done that same thing about a half dozen times.
So easy to overdrive a turn here at the Milwaukee Mile, or for that matter, at any flat track. And folks, there you see in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, we'll have that rundown for you throughout the course of the day. You see each position. Sometimes you'll see a position number highlighted in green. That means that the driver is moving up in the running order. Sometimes you'll see the positions in red. That means that they are moving down in the running order. And if there's no highlighted color, that means that that car has not changed its position. There you see green, Harvick, Hamilton, and the different colors that help you know exactly how your favorite is progressing or moving back here at Milwaukee.
I was down in the garage area this morning talking to Jeff Green, and he says he thinks his crew chief found the balance on these cars and has them worked out where other people have not figured out how to make the Monte Carlo as good as his.
Jeff Green threatening to make a runaway of the NASCAR Busch Series season. He is 273 points up on the second place man, Todd Bodine.
That's his brother David Green in 34, Jimmy Johnson in the 92, and just a couple of weeks ago he scared everybody half to death at Watkins Glen. Went into the infield, jumped the racetrack and into a barrier out on the outside of the racetrack, got out of the car, and I said, why did you get out and hold your hands straight up in the air? He said, I was glad to be alive. And boy, did he hit hard.
It was a lick and a
That
half.
was scary.
Look at 66 on the rundown. Todd Bodine, you see him there on that rundown in the corner. He is all the way back now to 17th position from his starting spot of 4th. He's now backsliding to 28th position.
And he had a real good qualifying run, but he has an 1.5 inch drop snout, means the nose is lower than a normal chassis. And sometimes, as you know, buddy, you get that drop snout, and it doesn't race as good as it qualifies.
And a drop snout does one thing. It changes the roll center on the car, makes it bend over more on the right front corner, and that's what they call a drop snout.
Just getting going, Anthony Lazzaro in the 97. He's in 28th. Just ahead of him in the 20, that's Tom Hubert. Runs it on occasion in the NASCAR Winston Cup and the Busch Series.
Buckshot Jones, the past winner here in the 00 there. This car looks to be handling quite well. You can always tell the cars that are running well. If they're on the black patches there going through the corner, they're handling well. If they're in the gray part, they're not sticking very good.
And one thing you learn right away as they go into turn 1, if you go in too fast, you can't stay on that black patch. If you go in too fast, you go too high, and buddy, you got to wait and wait before you give it the gas.
Yeah, I was talking to Jeff Purvis before the race today, and he says he runs the rev limiter here to keep him from running too fast into the corner.
Well, that's a heck of an idea.
Oh, and look at Todd Bodine. He is now all the way back to 39th, Glenn, and he started 4th.
There's something dramatically wrong with him there, buddy.
Glenn Jarrett, what's the problem?
He has an engine problem. They don't know exactly what it is, something internal in the engine. They are really disappointed. They had the car dialed in. The crew chief, Donnie Richardson, told me this morning that they really felt like they might have something for Jeff Green today, but it's not going to be. It was sour right from the get-go. They're just going to try to stick it out, hope to get a caution, but he's going to have to come in eventually because he'll lose a lap.
And again, he is second in points, 273 down.
I think, buddy, the first thing he's got to do, they got to come in, lift that hood, and check every spark plug, don't they?
Well, right now he's just hanging on, hoping a caution may come out, and they could come in and check to see what. When he loses a lap, I would look for him to maybe come in and see what's wrong.
Listening into the conversation between Todd and crew chief Donnie Richardson.
Now, fuck the leader. We ain't going to stay in the lead lap unless it's a wreck.
The spotters chiming in as well. It's the car they call Twister, but Twister can't keep up with that guy. That is Jeff Green, the series point leader, who is already nearly 2 seconds up on second place, Jeff Purvis. I couldn't make it out.
I didn't hear it either.
Okay.
When y'all is that spontaneous, or do they do that? If they'll tell us they're going to listen.
What is that now? Coach, you didn't hear that?
No, didn't hear that
All
way.
right. You just look at me.
Okay.
All right. You just look at me and I'll cue you.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it worked out. Joel, need to keep an eyeball on the number 2. Harvick has moved all the way up now to 7th, and he's closing in on 6th.
Holy cow, what happened to that? Who put that up there?
What?
Oh, we went on air. The high jumped on there. We didn't touch it.
I know.
CBS Sports presentation of the Busch Grand National Series is sponsored by Duck Otis, a new flavored alcohol malt beverage. Real lemon, real refreshment. Unlock the Duck. Ford F-Series. The best-selling trucks are built Ford tough. And by Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
Welcome back, everybody. The Milwaukee Mile in West Allis, Wisconsin. We have caution on the speedway in turn number 4. You see one car just sitting up there out of the groove. Casey Atwood, who won here a year ago, brings out the first caution flag of the day at lap number 16. And caution for Casey Atwood.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage to that. You can see the car sitting right down on the pavement there. Right front corner looks to be torn up pretty badly.
And I think, you know, I earned a degree in hitting that wall right there, buddy. And I think what happens is you get so impatient that you want to give it the gas, and you have to remember you cannot give it the gas until that nose is turned.
You see him taking down the safety net, telling everybody he's okay.
Okay, the right front tire is down there. He goes up and hits the wall. You can see how hard it hit. The left side of the car came completely off of the ground there. So he had problems. He either broke something on the right front or had a flat tire.
You saw the sparks that were showering out from behind his Chevrolet. So caution on the speedway for the first time at lap number 16. This is a 250-mile, 250-lap event. It is a chance now for Todd Bodine to come to pit road and try and figure out what's wrong with his Monte Carlo.
Exactly right, and that's why he was out there just making laps, hoping that this caution would come out. Certainly didn't want anything to happen to Casey, but sometimes you take advantage of situations on the racetrack. Casey still hadn't got out of the car there. He really hit hard. A flat track to me has always been a racetrack when you get in the wall, you hit harder than on a bank racetrack.
Why is that?
Well, it just don't scrub off any speed. You don't have any bank for it to grind out, so it just glides across and hits the wall.
Now, Todd Bodine's crew chief in the 66, they're reminding him what RPM he should look at for the correct pit road speed, which is 35 miles an hour. These cars have...
They're up now, Donnie. Probably 1 lap, 2 laps, maybe.
They have no speedometers. They work off the odometer.
The cow there box off first. Both off the carburetor.
They talking about carburetor.
Glenn, we heard the plans.
Electrical.
Let's see what they do.
Eli, they're going to raise the hood. They're going to change the carburetor. They think that might be the problem. It's not really a miss, per se, like you would normally expect, like a plug wire, but it just won't run. It just won't come up to speed. The car's not missing as it's sitting here right now. It just won't run. They're figuring they're probably going to lose a lap or 2 on this. We'll keep you on top of it. Here's Steve Burns.
Hey, thanks, Glenn. Hey, Buddy Baker, I want to follow up on your explanation of this new generation tire. Buddy said that the stagger was different. That means the right side tire is larger in circumference than the left side tire. Quite simply, if you were to roll a cup, it helps the car turn. Now, the other thing about these tires that's different is the sidewall construction. This is also called the bead. They have a better bead fitting to the wheel. The net result of all this is it supposedly helps the driver turn the car easier. It's a more responsive feel for the driver in these new generation tires.
Boy, that was a good piece there. And that's exactly what stagger is, just what that cup did. When you have a smaller left side, it makes it go through the corner much easier. But it will create another condition. It'll make it slide through the corner more also.
And what it did, buddy, it made all the crew chiefs find a better spring combination. They had to run softer springs because of that new tire. Some of them are down, buddy, 400 or 500 pounds of spring on the right front.
So Todd Bodine's work is complete as we are just now about a half mile away from going back to green. America Online users, for the most in-depth sports news and information, click on AOL Sports or enter keyword CBS Sports Line. A few teams opting to make pit stops here at laps 18 and 19 exclusive of Todd Bodine. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett again.
Eli, they brought the car back down pit road. I thought they were going to do this in stages. They took the air filter box and the intake box off of the thing to, I thought they were going to get the other carburetor ready, but now they have put this back on the same carburetor. So maybe they found something, some trash or something that was blocking the carburation. They adjusted it. They're going to try that first. They thought this caution was going to last a little longer. You can hear Todd revving the engine up there to check it now. They think that the problem might be okay. They hoped that this caution would be a little longer. They could change that carburetor. They saw it wasn't, so they opted to try to fix that one. Maybe they got it done.
And you see, they turned the lights on the safety car. Now they've turned them off again. They had given the field the 1-to-go signal. Then when they were halfway through that lap, they realized they weren't going to get Casey Atwood's car off the track quickly enough. They finally have. And now again, the field gets the 1-to-go signal. So we're about a half lap again away from going to green. Folks, this Wednesday on CBS, 10 strangers will move into a house with cameras recording their every move, and you get to decide who stays and who goes. The last one left will win fame and fortune. Don't miss the premiere of Big Brother right after Survivor.
Hey,
this Wednesday on CBS.
That's Buddy and me. Buddy and me are going to go in there and be on that Big Brother.
No, brother,
yes,
I'm not.
Yes, I want you there with me.
Do we have to watch? It's going to be a fun show, I'll tell you. It's going to be real interesting to see how those folks handle those 3 months together. There you see the running order through 20 laps. Jeff Green, the race leader, has finished over the last few years. 3rd place here in 95, 7th place in 96. He was 2nd here, leading until the last turn of the last lap a season ago against Casey Atwood.
Little bump and run.
Remember that?
Yes, it was. And it was Casey's first win, and he wanted to win really bad.
He was not going to be denied.
What was interesting yesterday, he was not the fastest in the corner. Eli, he's the fastest down the straightaway. 4 cars are faster than him in the corner, but he's got a good carburetor. Got
a handle on the straights. Let's see what happens on the restart. That's Randy LaJoie in the 1. You saw him battling the 15, Derek Gilchrist. Remember 59, Phil Parsons, not on the lead lap.
Look at him pull away, buddy. Woo.
Jeff Green's got a very good car, the 10 car Coach was talking about. Jeff Purvis has got a great car also.
Oh, look at the right rear.
Right rear is flat.
Look under the car. You see the right rear tire? He has got a flat tire, so on top of all of those other problems, now Todd comes out and loses the right rear. Ever have one of those days, buddy, when you just didn't bother to get out of bed?
Yeah, I hit everything but the lottery at Martinsville one time, and I'll tell you, it's no fun when you start a race and have these types of problems.
I was going to ask Jerry the same question, but I'm afraid we would have gotten a soliloquy as an answer.
All my races were like that.
Glad you're with us, folks. Eli Gold, Buddy Baker, Jerry Glanville, Glenn Jarrett, Steve Burns. And there's that right rear. The whole casing is about to come off.
Yeah, when they get flat like that, that cap will come off the top part of that tire and just roll away.
The car that he calls Twister. It's kind of twisting in the wind today for Todd Bodine. Meanwhile, the 1 is LaJoie. 33 is Raines. 98, the white car with the blue and gold trim. That's Elton Sawyer. They're picking their way through traffic.
Talking to Elton Sawyer also this morning, and he told me that he felt that he had as good a balance on his car. A little bit loose to start with, but he thinks the racetrack will come to him.
And of course, a 2-time series champion, Randy LaJoie. He is another one of those who has had success here, posting a win in NASCAR Busch Series competition. The blue and white 48, that's Mike McLaughlin.
Boy, Randy LaJoie is just cutting his way through the field, Eli. He's really good on a flat racetrack. I think places like Myrtle Beach here, he just knows how to really govern what he does with his right foot.
The Gould's Pumps race cam for Mike McLaughlin as he follows Randy LaJoie.
Randy told me this is the first time he's starting to feel good. He's had a couple of head injuries. He said he's really had a little memory loss there, but he's starting to feel a little bit better, driving better.
And Glenn, Randy started 20th. He's up to 10th now.
Eli, and Jerry, all you guys, Randy is feeling good. Also, he likes this race car. This is a brand new race car, first time it's ever been run. Randy will tell you he's one of the worst qualifiers in the world, self-admittedly. He just tries to overdrive it. Said he didn't have a good qualifying lap, but he had a great race car. He's showing it right now.
Yes, he is. He's catching Bobby Hamilton Jr., the 26 car there. You can see how much quicker in the corner he is. And I've watched him on these types of racetracks. Once he gets on that rhythm built up in the race car, he is awesome.
That'll be the battle for ninth. Kyle Petty's moving. I remember the car was qualified, Kyle's car, by Scott Hansen here yesterday. But when you have a driver change, Kyle went to the back of the field. He is going to be driving Adam Petty's car. Of course, his son who passed away in New Hampshire. Kyle's going to be in that car for most all of the remaining races, with the possible exception of the race at Pikes Peak later this year. There's David Green in the 34. He's up to 8th place. That team needs a good run.
And Jimmy Johnson right now fighting very hard in the 92 there with Kevin Grubbs as they go down in the corner side by side. That outside does not work very well from this point of the racetrack. You can see Jimmy Johnson getting a better run coming out of the corner.
And Grubb had a real good qualifying run and thought that his car had good balance, and by balance meaning that it would roll through the corner and he'd be able to get back on that gas.
So this battle continues some 4.5 seconds behind our race leader. There you see that yellow Jeff Green machine. He leads as he has virtually all season long. Back to Milwaukee after this. We can't ignore the 2 car. He's the quickest thing out there.
Yep.
It's straightaway speed.
He's just flying. There he is. He's the quickest guy out there on the clock right now. Green was the last lap.
Look at him. Hank Parker Jr. is just in the way.
Thank you. All right.
Hornaday's not doing bad.
Gotcha, thank you. Hoppy.
A little close.
That's all right. No, we're cool. Don't worry about it.
You're going to have 3 of them racing for that spot just as...
Gotcha.
Yep. That's it.
Yes, sir. Boy, the kid's good, too, you know?
Yep.
Not only quick, but he's good.
And the Hornaday looks like he's closed in a little bit. I think Hank Parker's car is giving up.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night. Up. Watch that. Bump and run.
Gonna bump him.
Welcome back, everybody. The NASCAR Busch Series season
see the cushion you got back to the 4.
has been a Jeff Green benefit.
Back to the 2 car.
The Milwaukee 250, no different. By 2 seconds now, Green leads Jeff Purvis. Kevin Harvick is now maybe the quickest car in the racetrack. He's running 3rd. Hank Parker Jr. 4th, and there's the 5th place battle. The Napa machine for Ron Hornaday. Jimmy Johnson right behind him. Hank Parker Jr. being challenged by Kevin Grubb. Meanwhile,
he got chunked a little bit there getting into turn 1. Kevin Grubb on the inside of the 37. He was very lucky not to spin out there.
If you're just tuning in, we've had 1 caution. Casey Atwood found himself in the turn 4 wall on lap 16. Steve Burns is with him in the garage.
Eli, Casey's just come out of the first aid center. Are you okay? And what put you in the wall, Casey?
We just cut a tire going into 3. I don't know what happened. It was fine when we went through 1 and 2, and it just cut down going into 3. But that's pretty scary going head on in the wall like that. But we was pretty good in yesterday's practice. Was looking forward to coming up through the field, but not today.
Get back in the race.
It didn't look too bad. I think they're working hard on it, trying to get us out. We was 8th in the points, so we need to get as many points as we can.
Casey Atwood hoping to get back to work before this day is done. As you see, we are just 36 miles of the 250 miles complete. There's Bobby Hamilton Jr., number 26, middle of the screen. Hank Parker Jr., the 53. Kevin Grubb, the 37. Meanwhile, things are starting to tighten up just a tick up front. Jeff Green, who has started from the Bud pole, has 2.2 seconds on Jeff Purvis. There he is. But now look at Harvick starting to close in. Kevin Harvick in that blue number 2 finished 3rd at Watkins Glen last week, moved into 4th in the series point standings. He's only 3 points behind Jason Keller. Not only does the kid have good equipment, buddy, but he's a good driver.
Yes, and Richard Childress will tell you that he is going to be a future star because he does have that ingredient. He is fast, but he's smart also.
And Glenn by over a half mile an hour. Harvick's the quickest car in the racetrack now.
He is very quick. I talked to his crew this morning, and those guys love him. They just love the attitude that this kid has. They said he keeps them light and working hard, or keeps them things light, keeps them working hard all the time. This is the car that he finished 2nd with at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The only guy that beat him that night, the guy leading this race, Jeff Green. He feels like that on long runs that he's got something for Green. And of all the guys I talked to in the garage area this morning, guys, he's the only one that was able to say that. Everybody else said, no, Jeff Green's got to speak, but not Kevin Harvick.
And Jeff Purvis right now is a little bit in trouble. He's starting to push a little bit coming off the corner, and Kevin Harvick has caught him.
See what kind of numbers he puts up, Coach.
Well, again, you have the 390 carburetor, so if you won't get the RPMs that you do out of the big motors, so you hang around that 72, 7300. If you watched the truck race yesterday, buddy, they're getting all the way to $9 grand, but they run a different gear. They get the speed back up there.
Yeah, we're looking right now 72, 73, 76, 7700 down the straightaway.
Meanwhile, 2nd place now swapping around as Harvick takes it away from Jeff Purvis.
See Purvis' car going through the center part of the corner, going up into the gray part of the racetrack and off the corner, pushing just a little bit. He's in trouble right now. He'll need to adjust on that car when he makes the pit stop.
Folks, look at that rundown. Harvick is a rookie. All right, that's 1. Johnson is a rookie. Hornaday is a rookie. You've got 3 rookies running in the top 5 right now.
But I can't count Hornaday as a rookie.
No, but he is in this series.
Yeah, I know that. He's got too many laps under his butt.
But he is in this series. Then you've got youngsters, certainly, like Hank Parker Jr. Here's that rookie, the Napa race cam. Ron Hornaday giving us the ride around.
He's a rookie, and his son's a rookie in the ARCA series this year.
You did see on that onboard camera just a little miss right there. We told you that we are in a position to get some rain and possibly some significant rain, according to the local weather forecasters. That's why this race began virtually at the top of the hour.
Eli, it'll have to rain more than it's doing right now to bring out a caution. Simple reason, you have heat in the racetrack right now, and the cars are out there, and they're scrubbing all the moisture off, but here comes the caution, just as I say that.
They are going to throw the caution for rain at lap number 44. If NASCAR is going to err, they're going to err on the side of caution. They don't want to make a mistake and have folks start spinning out because of a wet racetrack. So rain on the speedway, lap number 44 here at the Milwaukee Mile. Jeff Green is the leader. Kevin Harvick running 2nd. CBS Sports coverage of the Milwaukee 250 will continue after this message and a word from your local station. Coach, on that deal before, I said, Glenn, and I asked him a question, So just listen up for that.
Do they tell us if
No.
Glenn is coming? Okay.
I just do that.
Okay.
You
I
know,
got you.
So
I thought they were going to cue us when he was coming in. They don't do that.
they will tell me, but sometimes I'll just toss it to him. So
Yeah.
if I say, Glenn, he's the quickest guy on the
got you.
racetrack, I'm not just informing him, I'm pitching it to him.
I got you.
Open us up to the pits, please.
Cards 6 and 8.
Everybody's coming in the pits right now also.
Yes, sir.
I'm in the,
Yes, I do.
I'm in the 2.
What's wrong with my camera?
All right.
Boy, oh boy.
Guys,
yeah,
37 got out first. Actually, 55's leading because he had pitted earlier under that first caution. He stayed out. 37 took 2, so he's second. Then Jeff Green and Kevin Hardy.
Okay, Michael Rich is leading.
The 2 took 4 tires.
No, he's not leading. He's 33. He's still out there. 33 didn't pit either.
And 4 has to come back in. They left the lug nut loose.
33 did not pit either, Glenn.
Okay, I was...
Folks, next Saturday, it's the premiere of Showtime Championship Boxing here on CBS Sports, featuring 2 big-time bouts, Andrew Galata versus Orland Norris, and David Tua taking on Obed Sullivan. And then next Sunday on the CBS Sports Spectacular, it's Hoops and Hoosiers, the story of Final Four 2000. Then CBS Sports will bring you an encore presentation of CBS's greatest sports moments, where once again you will be able to vote online for the greatest sports moment to ever air on CBS. It's all next Sunday, beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern, right here on CBS. There is the race leader, Tony Raines, electing not to make a pit stop under the caution, nor did Michael Rich. So they are running first and second. Everybody else, Buddy, made their routine stops.
Yeah, and, you know, when you get out of sequence like that, but all these guys in the pit, you can see that they're taking off tires and everything. They believe that we're going to get this race back under green, so they just flew in there. And it's not a race until you go halfway anyhow, so that they come in, they make the adjustments on the cars, and right back out.
There's all the work and all the folks leaving the pit lane here at the Milwaukee Mile. Now, during the pit stop, watch the right side of your screen. Buckshot Jones takes out one of the Visine crew members, one of the tire carriers.
Whew, wow.
Tell you, things are tight. You see the NASCAR crews right now beginning to dismantle the tents that they have put up behind the pit road. The local weather forecaster saying that there are some heavy winds set to begin blowing in off the lake, and to accompany all the rain showers, the winds are starting to pick up, and NASCAR does not want those tents to start blowing around and potentially injuring someone, so they have told all the teams to start pulling those tents down. As Hermie Sadler's Little Trees onboard camera gives us a view of the rain. Now, Jerry, you don't have to have much rain to make a racetrack too slick to run on, do you?
especially this racetrack. This track is slick when it's not raining. And don't forget these tires, for you people at home, there's no tread, zero tread. It's all flat rubber, and that's why it's so dangerous if you hit a water spot.
Buddy, when did you run here? You were telling us earlier you've run here at the Milwaukee Mile.
Well, it was just about the time that they started running the slicks, and I will tell you that Coach is exactly right. You don't even like to run them much when there's just any moisture, and when it's raining on the racetrack, you can't keep the car under control. So NASCAR did a smart thing here, putting the caution out.
You were telling me earlier, though, you turned your car here, buddy. You got it to turn by giving it gas. Did you have that wheel cranked all the way to the left?
Let me tell you, when you race them Hemis like I did, it was like a Schwinn bicycle with a Harley Davidson motor on it.
That's why they made them illegal after a while.
Yeah, you could just touch the throttle and make it slide to back, or you could touch the brake and make it stick. They were good race cars.
NASCAR is getting close to thinking about putting a red flag out here. Meanwhile, as we ride right now with the Rockwell Automation team and Mike Dillon, you see that circular sticker right there in the middle of his dashboard. It says, in loving memory of Ted Brandt. Ted Brandt was the co-owner of that racing team, along with Richard Childress. And he died Wednesday of this past week of a heart attack. A great, great gentleman who's been involved with a lot of projects, including a motorsports project in the greater Pittsburgh area. And Ted was well thought of, well respected, and certainly is going to be missed. Our condolences to Ted and to all the folks who knew him, loved him, and worked with him on that Mike Dillon racing team. So rain is falling here at the Milwaukee Mile. Glenn Jarrett's been keeping tabs on the Jeff Purvis team.
Eli, this has been a bad caution period for Jeff Purvis. He was running third on the racetrack, had a good race car, had gotten a little bit tight, but when he came in for the regular stop for 4 tires, they left the left side lug nuts loose on the left rear tires. He had to come back in. There were 4 lug nuts loose. They also made a chassis adjustment on the thing, but now he has lost all that track position, which is so very important here at Milwaukee. Jeff Purvis all the way to the rear of the field, a lot of long faces. Todd Bodine has been back in. They finally did change the carburetor, and unfortunately, the rain continues. Here's Steve Burns.
Hey, thanks, Glenn. I'm with Todd Barrier, the crew chief for Kevin Harvick. Todd, you guys started 11th. You are really hooked up right now. I guess you want to get this thing back going.
Yeah, we wanted to go in the entirety, but all in all, Kevin's done a good job the whole time in practice. You know, we anticipated qualifying a lot better, but we knew the car had been pretty good the whole time, and he's just picking them off. We're really trying to hold him back right now. Just kind of normal for him. You know, he wants to charge hard, but he normally can keep up with it the whole time.
Thanks, Todd.
If you're just joining us, we are at the Milwaukee Mile, located at the Wisconsin State Fairgrounds, one of this country's most famous racing facilities. This track in its 97th year of service here in West Allis, Wisconsin. But for the moment, it's Mother Nature who's taken over the headlines. All of their remote stuff. All of their remote stuff crashed. MRN.
Oh, my.
The corners are in the booth, the booth's in the booth, and the queuing guys on the two-way radio on the pitch. What happened? They're bringing them in. They're going to put the red flag out next time. Next time is the red flag. Who's got my stopwatch? Let me get my stopwatch here. Not that I see,
no.
but that's not what I know of.
I thought we had a bunch of radios that we could talk to people with.
Why would he come in before everybody's coming in?
He owed NASCAR a lap. He did not beat the paddle earlier. They were just putting him back where he belonged.
Boy, oh boy. I bet there's not a blower here either.
They have one. They do have one. Problem is on a flat racetrack, though.
Look at those spotters. They look happy.
Yeah.
No, they were showing them just a second ago.
Well, rain slickers are never a good sight, nor is the field coming down the pit lane ever a good sight at a racetrack. NASCAR is about to put out the red flag. They have clearly already told the teams that it is forthcoming. And as soon as the last car makes its way onto the pit road, the spotters will seek some shelter. The crews will work under the covers, and we will have a red flag here at the Milwaukee Mile. If you're not familiar with the rules of NASCAR racing, all of NASCAR's touring divisions, when the red flag comes out, no work can be done on any of the race cars. If anybody happens to be in the garage area, in this case, Casey Atwood's team, after their accident on lap 16, there is a NASCAR official who has been dispatched to that area, making them put down the wrenches. They cannot work at all while the red flag is displayed at the racetrack. And Matt Abernathy atop the flag stand is about to put out the red. There's Mike McLaughlin, the Gould's Pumps race cam showing him relaxing now as it is raining here in Milwaukee. Well, let's start seeing what some of these teams have to think about. Can they chase down Jeff Green, or in Harold Holley's case, Glenn, can Jeff Green stay out there with Harold calling the shots?
Well, let's find out, Eli. The first thing I want to say, of course, this is Harold Holley, the crew chief for the number 10 car, who's led this thing from the outset. I've looked all over these pits, man, and I cannot find that diagram that shows how you guys put a race car on a rail. What's the secret here?
Jeff Green? That's the whole secret. I tell you, Jeff just awesome at these type of tracks where you lose a lot of grip, and he's so smooth on his gas, so smooth on his brake. He just come right off the truck fast, and we've been there ever since. And really, we've only changed one spring and 2 shocks since we've been here. So it's been a pretty easy weekend for us so far.
Well, one thing that's made it easier, guys, is the fact that this is one of their favorite race cars. Jeff won in this car at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, South Boston, Virginia. Not only does he like it, the crew loves it. They nicknamed it Bonus because every time he wins in it, they get a pay bonus. Here's Steve Burns.
Thanks, Glenn. Mike McLaughlin is sitting in the 48, but the crew is not happy. That car is overheating, and the NASCAR officials do not want them to do any work to the cars. As Eli noted a moment ago, under a red flag, you cannot work on the cars. So now they're trying to get clarification. Crew Chief John Monson is asking what they can do, but unfortunately, they're going to have to shut it off.
So, literally, when it rains, it pours for some of these teams here at the Milwaukee Mile. What can potentially go wrong now, buddy? We always talk about what can go wrong with a race car just sitting after running, 45 minutes or so worth of racing. What can happen once the rain goes by and they try to crank these things again?
Well, they'll probably, if it rains, well, they have the covers out right now, so they're not going to get water into the air cleaners and stuff like that. Biggest thing is the engines are hot. Some of the valves are open, and the cold air goes up into the motor itself. And sometimes I've heard people say they bend valves and different things because they're hot. And when they shut them down like that, the cold air runs back through the exhaust.
There's Todd Bodine walking back towards the garage area. You saw P.J. Jones and Ron Hornaday moments ago climbing from their respective race cars. Tim Fedowa and Mike Dillon talking things over, laughing just a bit. They're battling each other on the racetrack. They're running 12th and 13th respectively. Mark Green and everybody else now trying to outweight the rain.
Yeah, a lot of times they stick balls up in the exhaust and different things. You've seen them do it. Yeah.
We might want to hear from Grubb. We might want to hear from Grubb because he is leading among the guys who pitted, 37.
Harvick,
Christ.
we can't get over there.
This is my nightmare here.
Look, this isn't mine.
Well, it must be mine then.
This is a man's jacket. Give me that jockey's jacket.
Oh, my.
All right.
This CBS Sports Race Summary is...
Hey, where are the other stools? Yeah, we're going to have one of those days, boys.
Summary is sponsored by Smooth Bush Beer, an easy drinking Bush Light.
Less than a minute, guys.
The official sponsor of the NASCAR Bush Series.
Okay, Coach, come on, hop over.
Come on in. If this booth wasn't so bad, it would almost be funny.
Hey, Joel, every chance you get to keep us off of this situation up here, I swear, we got just enough room for the cables up here. Okay.
Rex Mays.
This CBS Sports Race Summary is sponsored by Smooth Bush Beer, an easy drinking Bush Light. Bush, the official sponsor of the NASCAR Bush Series.
As we are at the red flag here at the Milwaukee Mile, 51 miles, 51 laps in. It has basically been Jeff Green who then yields the race lead to Tony Raines during caution flag pit stops. An average speed, a somewhat snail-like 81 miles an hour. Casey Atwood, the only driver in the garage area by virtue of that accident in the corner on lap number 15, and as has well been documented, no work is able to continue on his Castrol machine. Welcome back to Milwaukee, everybody. Eli Gold, Jerry Glanville, Buddy Baker. Somebody once said, it was Jody Ridley, former NASCAR driver, said, if I was ever going to put a garden out somewhere, I'd build it next to a racetrack. You know it's going to rain on a Sunday, and unfortunately, we knew this was coming. But I'll tell you, once we get back to racing, and the weatherman says we will get back to racing before this day is done, it's going to be tough for anybody to stay with Jeff Green by virtue of what we've seen today and all season long.
The only thing they have is they have an opportunity now with caution out. When they go back, they'll have several laps under caution. They can make adjustments to their cars and hope they can close the gap a little bit on Jeff Green.
Coach, is this the same as any sport? I mean, you get into a zone and you just can't lose. You can't stop hitting home runs. You can't stop making three-point baskets.
Well, I don't know who's making his motors and who's doing his carburetor, but when you're the fastest guy down a straightaway on a flat track like that, it's hard to catch up to you. But I got to ask Buddy, I was in a rain delay at Pocono, and I fell asleep in the car. Did you ever take a snooze in the car while you're waiting for the race to start?
Jerry, if I drove like you do, I would take a nap anytime I got a chance to.
I was sleeping while we were racing.
A man of candor at all moments. No napping down on the pit lane right now, but we have caught up with Todd Bodine to talk about his problems early. He's running in 42nd spot right now. There's Todd.
And Eli, he's having a bad day, as you mentioned, Todd. It seems like just a litany of problems.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. We had a great car in happy hour. It's a shame. Phillips 66 Monte Carlo was good. Unfortunately, something probably got stuck in the power valve in the carburetor or jet or something, and the motor just wouldn't run. Yeah, I knew it was going through the gears in the start. I was in trouble, and just tried to hang on. We hung on and didn't get a chance that first caution to change the carburetor, and we just came in just now and changed it. And we had a flat tire, and it's just been one of those days. You know, now it's going to rain. We're going to have to sit here in the rain all day, but you know, the best part about today is a couple hours I'm going to be home with my wife and my daughter, and everything will be fine.
All right, thanks, Todd.
Todd Bodine trying to remain optimistic through the gloom of the rainy day here in Milwaukee. Randy LaJoie is a former winner here from Norwalk, Connecticut. His machine has done well this year. He already won at Nashville, Tennessee back on the 8th of April. A lot of guys tried to spin to the win. Randy LaJoie took it on and did his donuts. You win a guitar by virtue of grabbing the victory there. And Glenn, I don't know if he's learned how to play the guitar yet, but he got a beauty that day.
Yeah, he really likes that guitar too, man. We want to know, did you learn how to play that guitar you won at Nashville?
No, I didn't. My boys are playing with it a little bit, but it's just cool to look at.
Randy, you've got a good fast race car. We were focusing on you early in the race here. You were coming up through the field. You drove into the top 10. How's the racetrack conditions? It's cooler. It's got to be a little tighter.
It is. It's a lot tighter from where we were in happy hour. You know, this is a brand new race car that Phoenix Racing built. Bob Evans Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Running good. We were very happy with that car in happy hour. And we did some things to it this morning to help it, but the racetrack is a lot cooler today. So we just redid some of the things that we did, and, you know, we got a very good car here.
It's pretty frustrating to get all charged up, go to the front like that, and then have to stop.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's the same for everybody, but you lose your rhythm a little bit, and that's okay. Every time you know, I've hit some things hard this year, so I need a break every once in a while.
Well, Randy and I have taken shelter under this mechanic's umbrella, but trust me, neither one of us qualify for that. Here's Steve Burns.
Hey, thanks, Glenn. You know, I think the rain's letting up. I hate to say that, but I know, Kevin Grubb, you want to see it get back to green flag racing.
Yeah, I tell you, all the guys on the Timberwolves team have done a good job. We've you know, qualified fifth, and we were in the top 10 the whole race. And actually, at the end, we started getting a little better. So Terry Sherman, my crew chief, decided to change up the pit strategy a little bit. We were planning on taking 4, and last second we decided to take 2 because the car was a little tight, and we feel like 2 tires will make it handle the way we want it to. So. Yeah, right now it just depends on the sun, you know, when that's going to come out. Hopefully it'll be soon because, you know, we're ready to go. We have a good car, and hopefully we'll be in the top 10 for the rest of the race.
Kevin, the big question is, you've been close, but can you win this race? Do you feel in your heart and your mind that you can win this race?
Well, last year, this is my teammate won this race, and we went back on a lot of notes and studied them and kind of combined all of our notes, and our car was real good this week. And you know, if everything plays out, we can. We just have to, you know, play our cards right. And even if we don't win, if we finish 15th, it'll be a lot better than last year. Last year, it's probably one of the worst races we ran. We probably went 4 or 5 laps down, you know, racing. So we've really improved here from last year. And it'd be nice to win, but what we're looking for is the top 5.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Best of luck.
Thanks.
Of those who have made their pit stops, Kevin Grubb is the leader. He's now in 3rd behind Tony Raines and Michael Rich, who did not stop when everybody else did. Track drying continues. Kyle Petty has found some shelter here at Milwaukee. Back on CBS in a moment.
Are they still down?
Yeah. What card is that?
Tell him we did it in Hickory on a Coca-Cola crate in the Star Catcher. Remember that?
Yes, we sure did.
We lost all power and had to go into a truck. Gary, they're giving you a lot of grief.
Yeah, they are.
This man's a pro. He's on every Sunday. That was the funniest thing when he grabbed his chair and ran off with it.
Didn't do any good. They hurt somebody anyway.
Yes.
I saw you with somebody else the other day. What else did you do?
HBO.
We're going to talk about last night's Pepsi 400.
Okay.
We're going to show highlights.
Vignet. Boy, oh boy, that's a bright light. I bet I'm pretty on that.
Woo. Pale.
Yeah.
That looked like I died.
No, you got color. I'm the one. I look like somebody bleached me.
Hello.
Gary, I don't know how to do it without
That's
you.
Shemp. Mo, Larry, Curly, and
back
Shemp.
at you. Let's go.
Martha,
It looks fine to me.
when I finish with this, I'm going to give you this whole stack of stuff.
And shove it.
Yeah, because, I mean, I can't keep
Give me
reaching
50
around.
more laps, and I'll tell you what.
Ooh, Lazzaro's up to 16th.
Yeah, your tire changer.
Da-da-da-da-da.
It had to be you. The rain continues to fall here at the Milwaukee Mile. It's not dampening the spirits of the great Wisconsin race fans, but it is clearly too wet for the NASCAR Busch Series teams to continue their chase of the checkered flag, so we remain under a red flag here in Milwaukee. Hey, folks, tonight on 60 Minutes, it might make sense to you, but it didn't to 60 Minutes, that the Army ruled a captain's death suicide and not murder. That story tonight on 60 Minutes, followed by a powerful Touched by an Angel. Then Jenna Rollins and Richard Farnsworth starring in the CBS Sunday movie Best Friends for Life. It is all coming up tonight on CBS. Well, that is a story that tells it all. Rain at Milwaukee, but fortunately that was not the case last night at the World Center of Racing, where the NASCAR Winston Cup teams went green here on CBS for the Pepsi 400. Not a good night for Bill Elliott, buddy.
No, Bill Elliott got collected there on the back straightaway. He and Mike Skinner made contact. Not a happy camper. As you see, you hardly ever see Bill Elliott get that upset.
Jeff Burton, though, picks up the win. Frankie, started the entire Exide team at the average speed you see of over 148.5 miles an hour. Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin right there, Jeff Gordon in the top 10. It really was one of the more entertaining nights. If you're with us on yesterday's telecast of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here at Milwaukee, you knew that the coach was going to leave the track, go to the local Chinese takeout place, order number 8, go back to the hotel and enjoy dinner while watching the race. And did you?
Well, I was enjoying number 8 until Bill Elliott got hit in the rear end, because he's going to go to Dodge next year, and I was going to try to buy that car and run that car at Daytona in the ARCA race. So we lost a good super speedway car.
Wait a minute. You wanted to buy that car?
That car.
While it was in one piece.
Oh, my.
He does use Ernie Elliott engines in Jerry's ARCA racing campaign. I thought it was a solid race, though, last night. And, you know, over the years, the Roush teams, not that long ago, buddy, had trouble with their restrictor plate engine program, and no more.
No more at all. I mean, Jeff Burton had a great race. Also, Mark Martin. Several of Roush's cars were up front all night long. Jeff Burton never got out of the top 5 all evening long.
And that's something that we really hadn't seen over the while. What's also interesting to note is that the points have now begun to tighten up when folks start looking at the big picture.
Yeah, and Dale Jarrett just keeps creeping closer and closer. The big picture. Last night he was second, had the fastest car, could not get by Jeff Burton at the end of the race. Got cut off several times there, but Jeff Burton did what he had to do to win the race. But he's down to double digits now. He was triple digits before that race in the points. Now he's just 78 points back there. Let me tell you, you watch that 88 car the rest of this year, he'll be right up there when the year's done.
Well, I had a lot of people ask me, why didn't Dale Jarrett bump him? And I think one reason is because of the total point race.
And it's not the way Dale Jarrett runs races. That's the other thing. Next week, it's on to New Hampshire. Rain falling here in Milwaukee, but Jeff Green, once things get going, will certainly be the man to contend with. He led up until that first caution. He's already won this year in Richmond, Virginia. He won on the short track in South Boston, Virginia. He won on the short track in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You get the idea, folks. There's a pattern here. He's up by 273 points on Todd Bodine, and there is Jeff Green.
Yeah, and that's the picture of, or the picture definition of what on a roll looks like. This guy's got the big picture in his mind, too. Jeff, it seems like every week, everywhere we go, you guys are the car to beat. How do you do it?
I got Harold Holly on my side. And, man, these guys give me a great Nesquik Chevrolet every week. And when you come to a track like this, you know, we're just destined. Every time we've unloaded, Glenn, here lately, it's been on a roll, like you said, and it's been very fast. So when you got a car like that, you can take care of it, and you can be there at the end. So hopefully we can get this thing in today. The car's been awesome so far, and we're just waiting there at the end to see if we got something.
Well, one more question for you, Jeff, and that is, I have noticed a maturity level in Jeff Green. That things are different than they were before. You seem to have that confidence that just, I know it when I get in the seat now, that you didn't used to have.
You see his gray hair? It's making me old. But, you know, again, I've got a great race car, and Harold keeps me calm down on the radio. And, you know, I like to go get them, Glenn, you know, and sometimes you got to let off a little bit to go faster. And to have a race car like I got every week, you can let off every little bit and take care of your tires. And just been an awesome year so far. I hope nobody pinches me and I wake up. It's been a dream come true for me.
have a year like this to put together, and hopefully we can finish this day off with, in victory lane. And CBS has been really good to our sport, and this is going to be the last time they come to Milwaukee, and appreciate everything they've done for our Busch Series and the Winston Cup Series too. They've been everything to us, and they've got our sport going.
Jeff Green, a great driver, a fine gentleman. Now, if you look right over here, this is the real secret to his success. This is Queen Michelle, his wife. This is where she directs from, guys. Let's go to Steve Burge.
All right, thanks, Glenn. We're sitting here talking to Kevin Harvick, who finished behind Jeff Green at Myrtle Beach. You're getting close to winning one of these things here.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are doing a heck of a job on this AC Delco team, and right now, we got that rabbit out there on the back bumper of that Nesquik car to chase, but, it's just one of those deals where he's good every week. They got their stuff together right now, and we're still learning, but we're going to take that yellow stripe and hopefully get us a win pretty soon.
Kevin, where are you making the most improvement? Where do you feel like you're really making strides in this series?
Well, I mean, the team, we've obviously made strides as a whole team. I mean, the motor program's got better. The cars have been good, and we just figured out what they've wanted. And I've had to make quite a few adjustments in my driving style, especially at the flat racetracks like we're at. You can't get aggressive with them, but you have to really keep the corner speed up. So it's just been an adjustment, and it's really nice to drive the stuff that Richard Childress has put under this race team.
Speaking of Richard Childress, were you watching the race in Daytona last night?
Yeah, they had, our cars are always good on the speedways, and they were up there for a while, and it's just so hard to pass that it looked like they just kind of got shuffled out, but Earnhardt's the best at that.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Let's go back upstairs.
Hi, guys. Thank you. There's the most important man at the Milwaukee Mile right now. He is the fellow who controls the jet dryer as we're 19 minutes into a red flag. The CBS Sports coverage of the Milwaukee 250 will continue after this message and a word from your local station.
I passed about 3 cars, and the pit crew passed about 20 cars, and that's why we're where we're at. We just had an incredible pit stop that's got us up front.
Good piece there.
That was good.
Yeah, well.
Qualified the car for us, really. And that's why I told him after the caution, or after we left pit road, finally we're back to where we were.
In the middle of the night. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. Can I tell you?
Probably the most uncomfortable I've been in a while.
I don't know how Jerry just going to go screaming. If I was in the middle right now, I'd just go, hey.
Is sponsored by Pop Secret Microwave Popcorn. Perfect popcorn is our passion. www.wrenchhead.com. Parts online all the time.
You want me to get a
and by
and go
Pepsi,
down and talk to some
the
drivers?
joy of cola.
Oh, my.
Oh, that's a good graphic. Well done, Patrick Perrin.
Race fans, we now have a chance to walk 4 steps over and see the driver of the
All right.
Pontiac. We had a final
Have at it,
for you.
Eli. You understand it?
Sure.
Okay.
That's who was leading the points after 17 races and by how many. And, I mean, nobody
has done what he's doing right now. And Glenn hit a home run talking about his maturity because he drove the 3 car that Earnhardt Jr. went on to win 2 championships with. But now he is the man, and he's ready for it.
Okay. Down, boys.
Sit down, bud. Talking to myself, by the way, Jerry. I do that a lot.
CBS Sports presentation of the Busch Grand National Series is sponsored by Pop Secret Microwave Popcorn. Perfect popcorn is our passion. www.wrenchhead.com. Parts online all the time. And by Pepsi, the joy of cola.
Welcome back to West Allis, Wisconsin, just outside of Milwaukee, where the NASCAR Busch Series Milwaukee 250 is being delayed by rain after 51 laps, 51 miles. It is Raines leading while it rains in West Allis. Tony Raines is the man atop today's leaderboard, but it is Jeff Green who, as we've been documenting already, is running away with things atop the series point standings. And when you look at what's happened over the last number of years, this is totally without precedent. I mean, we're talking first to 12th, 900 points. I mean, normally, buddy, you'll see guys leading by maybe 100 points, sometimes 40 or 50 or 60 points after this number of races. And look at that, 20-point lead, 18-point lead, 44, 14. What happens when a guy I mean, Jeff Green says it's Harold Holly. The crew chief, Harold Holly, says it's Jeff Green. What is it?
You remember when Richard Petty and Dale Edmond had that same chemistry? Well, he's been with the same race team for a couple of years now. They really talk well together. They understand what they want. Same as Jeff Gordon and Ray Everingham. That chemistry is a hard thing to find. Once you get it, it is priceless in racing.
Folks, if you remember Parnelli Jones, he won twice here in IndyCar competition and 7 times in USAC stock car racing. Well, his son P.J. Jones is now a regular member of the NASCAR Busch Series. Let's hear from a chip off the old Parnelli block.
And what a great block that was. Parnelli Jones and my dad used to race against each other. Of course, I don't think P.J. was even born then. I can remember it. One of the things that I want to ask you about, though, is you came onto this team several weeks ago, and I have noticed a vast improvement in things right away. Of course, some of that's you, some of that's George Church, the crew chief.
Absolutely. George, I mean, has really, improved us. I mean, last week we really had a shot at the win at the Glen, and just kind of gave it away. And this week we're running good. We're up to 16th, and with lugs fought on the stops, we're back to 25th. But the yellow freight car's going good, and George is doing an awesome job.
How do you like this NASCAR Busch Series? Is it as competitive or more so than you thought it'd be?
More so than I thought it would be. I mean, they'll tear your fenders off for 30th back here. So, you just got to stay clean and stay out of trouble and try to be there at the end.
Okay, man, good luck to you. Hope things go well for you.
All right, thank you.
Here's Steve Burns.
Hey, thanks, Glenn. We've caught up with Jimmy Johnson. Now, Jimmy, you've only got 24 career Busch starts, but here you guys are up in the top 10. You're a factor.
Well, we hope so. We're glad to be a factor. You know, this has been a tough year, just a rookie year. New team and all, new sponsor with Alltel, and just a lot of growing factors and learning a lot. We're just really happy to be at a place to where we know the track. We've been here before. We've got a setup. We've got a notebook for this place, and it's really paying off. We unloaded good and just started working from there.
Jimmy, can you win this race?
I don't know. At 10 car and 2 car is pretty good, but we're not going to give up. These guys on the Herzog Motorsports team work their butts off, and good pit stops, so we're going to try as hard as we can.
Eli, they finished in the top 10 last year here with the same race team.
Everybody with high hopes of getting themselves to victory lane. You see that NASCAR has told the teams to begin uncovering their race cars. We are now 24 minutes and 49 seconds into this red flag period. It has stopped raining. Now it's just a matter of the jet dryer doing its job around this Milwaukee mile and getting the track back in readiness. And we will be here to bring you all the coverage of this Milwaukee 250 as the NASCAR Busch Series pays yet another visit to the Milwaukee Mile. Race 18 of 32 continues after this.
That's nicer than you usually say things about me. Drano. What happened to Drano? Is he left?
I think he had the early flight. Drivers to their cars.
Come on, guys, get a hump in this step. Let's go.
Yeah.
I know one thing. You want to talk about something slick, that light Miller, that painted area right there? You come sailing in there and hit the brakes and see what happens.
It's still wet by the wall, but they shouldn't be down there.
Yeah, if they're down there, they're in trouble.
They're in trouble anyway.
Down! Ready!
I just want you to feel at home
Yeah.
here. That just kills me about Goldberg. I thought he would have been the greatest football player to ever.
He wasn't much in Georgia. He really wasn't.
That's what he...
Great effort guy.
Yeah. Look
Which cards?
Was he too muscular or what?
Yeah.
Too small.
Oh, God.
5.
It just engulfed him.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I thought that's like the first time you go to.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Way to go, Steve. Hey.
We won't hear her, I assume.
There's a man my age going back to that race car. You know, he's a good fellow, too. You like him?
Oh, yeah, he helps me. I was going to race at Peach State in the Hooters.
Yep.
I called him up. He gave me a setup for his Busch car.
Yep. Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Here we go.
All drivers to your cars, please. All drivers to your cars.
All right.
I'd move if I had somewhere to go. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
All right, Bonnie, thank you very much. Welcome back, everybody. The Milwaukee 250 nearing the end of this rain delay. We have been 30 minutes into it already. Folks, you can get complete NASCAR standings online. You can pull standings up by money, by driver name, by rookies, or even by team owners. Just click on Auto Racing at cbs.sportsline.com or America Online, keyword CBS Sportsline. And let's remind you about Wednesday on CBS, beginning with Survivor, the #1 show in America. Who will be voted off the island next? Don't miss it. Then the exciting premiere of Big Brother. 10 people will be living in a house for 3 months, and you get to decide who stays and who goes. The last one left will win fame and fortune. Plus, for 2 of the survivors, real life wasn't enough. But what price will these TV survivors pay for fame? Don't miss 48 Hours. It's all new Wednesday on CBS. Folks, remember that Dirk from here in Wisconsin was thrown off the island on Survivor. Wonder how you would have done there, Jerry Glanville, as we see Kyle Petty. Would you have been a good survivor?
I think I need Buddy to help me. I think if we got to fight off the enemy, I want a big guy like that next to me.
You like those wraps they had there, with barbecue sauce?
I haven't tried that yet, but we may have got it when we ordered number 8 last night at the Chinese.
Glenn, help us out, my friend. Glenn's with Kyle Petty.
I don't know about you, Glanville. We're talking about eating the barbecued rats on Survivor. Kyle Petty has climbed back aboard the Sprint PCS Chevrolet. Long night for you. This is a big change kind of racetrack. This is flat.
Yeah, no, this is a lot different than Daytona, but I tell you what, Scott Hansen qualified this sprint car and did a great job. We just now got it back to where Scott qualified it. So it's taken me 40 laps to get used to the racetrack. Hopefully we'll do something with it.
Okay, good luck to you out there. I did check his eyelids, guys. He looks like he may have gotten 2 hours sleep.
How much sleep did you guys get, buddy? You did the broadcast. What was your schedule like after you signed off last night?
Well, I went back to the room and took a shower. Got in bed at 2:30. Got up at 4:30 this morning and started up here. I was very lucky to have a ride in the NASCAR jet.
Oh, pardon me.
By myself, excuse me. And a great ride at that. Got here, drove out here, had time to go down and talk to the drivers here. Of crew chief and get ready for the race today.
But as you can tell, a very quick turnaround. The red flag has been withdrawn after 31 minutes and 21 seconds. So the spotters are back, the fans have returned, the track is dry, and the Milwaukee 250 back in high gear as soon as we come back. You, sir, are nuts.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was good.
Oh, boy. I think I had it on the number 8. I mean, Glenn couldn't even talk.
Oh, brother.
I bet you one thing, you won't get number 8 ever again there.
I bet you Wong's Walk ain't going to be nice to you next
Wong's
time.
Walk, they were mad at us anyway.
And that was really the name of the place, Wong's Walk.
That's funny.
That was funny.
Glenn, I've never heard you break up like that.
Yeah, I bet. I bet it's ringing.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Hey, guys.
Oh, 50 ways to walk your dog.
Glanville?
Yes, sir.
What's wrong with you? Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh.
Number 8.
That looks pretty good to me. I don't know about you guys.
Sky is clearing to the, well, I guess that's
to the over there.
West.
To the over there.
To the behind you.
What lap are we working?
We are on 52.
52.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, buddy.
That was a good piece on the tire, man.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Glenn, we may have to use the median to get to the airport.
Eli, I'm wondering, the traffic's been backing up outside the racetrack every day going that way on 94?
That's because of the ball game, and it's going to happen again today. They played and won.
I'm curious if we might not be better to go west on 94 and hit 894. It's only like a mile and a half, 2 miles down the road.
Slav is doing the thumbs up on that.
All right, well, let's do that. I'll just follow you. You wait for me, Glenn.
Absolutely.
894 cuts off 7 miles anyway.
Yeah, it's quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Folks, coming up next, the CBS Sports Spectacular taking you to Palo Alto, California for the GMC Envoy Open. Some of our nation's best will be competing in the last track and field event before the U.S. Olympic trials. The GMC Envoy Open next, right here on CBS. Well, there's one of the best sights we've had today. Cars back on the racetrack here at the Milwaukee Mile after a red flag for a passing rain shower. A red flag of 31 minutes and 21 seconds. Everybody has been able to pull away, so no problems after sitting idly on the racetrack for a while. Matt Abernathy giving the field the 1-to-go signal. And we will be getting right back at it. You know, normally a flat track will not dry quite this quickly because there's no banking to help the water clear off the racetrack. But it was not a very heavy rain, just enough to wet down the asphalt.
Yeah, and it's a white base there, and it's got a lot of rock in it, so it's not a smooth surface, so it don't hold the water on top.
So the field is coming to the green flag. 53 laps are complete of the 250 that make up today's Milwaukee 250.
Jerry, would your knees be knocking about right now?
No, not unless I was down a lap already.
Those down a lap are to the inside. Phil Parsons, Todd Bodine, and Mike McLaughlin. The other 40 are on the lead lap. Green flag, we're back underway. None of those who were a lap down were able to get their lap back. Remember the 33, Tony Raines, the race leader, and the 55, Michael Rich, did not pit.
Boy, Jeff Green was flying on the outside. The yellow car, fourth on the right-hand side of the 8 passing cars on the outside there, out of the groove, absolutely flying back to the front here.
There you see the field sorting out. 37 Grubb. Kevin did make a pit stop. So did the 2, Harvick.
Hornaday in the 3 there. Almost making contact coming out of turn 4. Looks like Hornaday got a little better drive down the straightaway as they go into turn 1.
If you go back up to the front, Todd Bodine's car, he's got that thing running good again. Even though he's a lap down, he's running just like he wanted to start this thing.
Not anymore. Going into turn 3, he just made up one of the laps there.
There you see the middle of the pack. Those trying to pick their way through include the 55, Michael Rich. Closer to the front, there's the Goulds Pumps 34 of a few years ago, now numbered 48 from Michael McLaughlin from Waterloo, New York. Let's get an update on his car from the pits.
Remember, just before the red flag came out, the 48 started overheating on pit road. They had a hole in the radiator. Crew chief John Monson said they put a sealant in there, but NASCAR said that they worked on the car under red flag conditions, which you cannot do, so they put him a lap behind.
So that explains McLaughlin being in position 41 right now.
Todd Bodine got by and made that lap up. He's stretching away as Jeff Green and these guys are tied up in traffic right now.
Of course, Todd Bodine, as we ride with the Goulds Pumps team from McLaughlin, remember that Todd Bodine is 4 laps down. So he does make up one of those 4 laps, but still has a long way to climb. Up front, Tony Raines in the 33. He is a former resident of this town, West Allis, Wisconsin. He ran the American Speed Association back in 1996 and was their Rookie of the Year. And then moved to the NASCAR Busch Series in 1999, was their Rookie of the Year.
Kevin Grubb got very sideways there coming out of turn 4 as Jeff Green was trying to get under him coming off the corner.
I think he took his air away from him, and you saw that wobble. Let's see if he sticks coming out of 2, but Jeff Green did loosen him up in 4.
With Ron Hornaday. He's in the 3 car, running in 4th spot. That green and blue car, middle of your screen, Kevin Grubb, qualified 5th. As you ride with the Napa race cam aboard Ron Hornaday's Chevrolet. As Green grabs 2nd away from Grubb and now has caught the leader Raines.
Watch that 10 in the straightaway, buddy. He just pulls everybody.
Oh, Kevin Grubb.
Grubb came back.
Yeah, he got a good run up out of the corner there. Jeff Green had to hold it down to keep it sweeping over. Kevin Grubb's got that car really in the wind right now, but he's going very wide coming off turn 4.
Grubb is driving a car, number 37. He calls it Pancake because he has pancaked it many times this year. He said, I have used up that race car many a day, but it has come back to race yet again.
Boy, Hornaday in 3 car there is really making a run. Just under him there, Kevin Harvick in the 2. This has turned into a good race now that they've done some adjusting on these cars. But David Green right now is being very careful. He knows he has a great race car.
And those 5 cars are battling for the lead. Grubb in that blue and green 37.
On the outside, you see the left rear quarter there where they've been pushing on him a little bit, but he's not giving ground to anyone.
Tony Raines finally has to yield. So Raines leads from 45 to 63, and Kevin Grubb will take over at lap number 64.
we're getting single file here. I think we'll find out how fast Jeff Green's going to be.
Meanwhile, Steve Burns, you've got Hornaday hanging right in there in 5th. He's in the mix.
Hey, Eli, interesting tidbit about Ron Hornaday. His crew chief is Jerry Kennan. Well, Jerry was working with the great Sam Ard when Sam raced and won here back in 1983.
NASCAR's Busch Series ran here for many, many years. Great names like Sam Ard and Jack Ingram winning here. There was a great battle here between Rick Mast and Jack Ingram in one of the earlier races. Here goes Jeff Green.
The hard way.
Goes the lead.
He did it the hard way. He went around on the outside instead of the preferred line. The bottom part of the racetrack is supposed to be the quickest. Jeff Green's got such a great car. He just went around on the outside and blew Kevin Grubb away.
So Jeff Green gives the lead up for 22 laps before retaking the top spot at lap number 66. We are live in Milwaukee. After a rain delay of just over a half hour, Jeff Green back where he has been for much of the year. What happened there, buddy?
What? I don't know. I started coughing. I took this water and it tried to go down my nose and my eye at the same time, I think. I've had a little cough anyhow.
Well, that Grubbs, that's the best I've seen him fight.
Yeah.
He's fighting Harvick right now.
But when Green got in front, though, it's just adios.
Yep. Adios.
Adios, amigos.
Thank you, you guys too.
Steve, you're the best. He is, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Yes. Yes. And now we can't make the flight. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, card 10 got it.
Elton Sawyer's running good, too. Oh. Right here, Kevin Harvick.
I raced him for...
Two Kevins go at it.
Winston West?
Winston West for a win at Vegas. I went dark.
Folks, coming this Wednesday on CBS, 10 people will live in this house for 3 months, and you'll see everything that happens, and you get to decide who stays and who goes. The last one left wins fame and fortune. Big Brother, premiering this Wednesday, right after Survivor, here on CBS.
How about a camera in your house for 3 months, buddy?
No, thank you.
I want to see everything you do.
No, not a chance.
There is Jeff Green. Buddy, we just saw that flame shooting out of the header pipes. For folks who are new to NASCAR, what's that?
That is absolutely not anything to worry about. It's unspent fuel that gets in the exhaust, and when they back off like that, the fire comes back through the exhaust and comes out like that. Nothing to worry about.
Hornaday going a little wide right now. Not that low groove. Meanwhile, watching middle of the pack racing, there's the number 1 car coming at you, Randy LaJoie. 36, Tim Fedua. 33, that's where Rames has backslid to. 57, Jason Keller. They're battling for 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Riding now with the Excedrin team, that's Jason Keller.
Michael Ricks in the 55 there, moving quite well on the outside.
Now, did Michael Ricks stop for tires? Is he doing that good on old tires?
No, he's still on the old tires.
Well, that's a great job with not having a lot of rubber underneath you.
'57 Keller, he is a corporate teammate of Jeff Green. And that whole entire organization has just been outstanding. all season long.
Yeah, and they really don't have any, push and pull on each other. They work very well together. Although right now, Jeff Green is doing everything right. And for Jason, he can't get a lot of breaks right at the moment, but he's every bit race ready to win just about every time he goes out.
Let's check the telemetry on that exciting effort for Keller.
Okay, that's 8,000 at the end of the straightaway at about 153 or 4 miles an hour.
Running in 10th spot in the Excedrin team.
And that's a lot of RPMs, buddy, when you got that 390 carburetor on there.
Just barely 150 down the front straightaway. You see how much they rub off in the corner sliding through there. They really lose about 20, 30 miles an hour through the middle part of the corner.
That powder blue car there in the middle of that mix, that's Rich Bickle. Starting to see him rumble a little bit now. That's him right in the middle of the screen.
One thing about Rich Bickle, he may be a little bit tired. He threw out the opening pitch for the baseball game last night for the Milwaukee team.
The Brewers.
The Brewers.
I almost said the Braves.
Here you go.
You would have been close. In the days of Warren Spahn, you would have been correct. Yeah, the Brewers and the Cubbies playing just about a mile or two down the road at County Stadium. Let's check those numbers again. You saw Keller, very consistent. Here's Kyle Petty starting to move up. Got a quick look at Kyle in the 45 car.
Yeah, and on the interview, he said it took him a few laps just to get used to the racetrack itself. He's moving quite well now in the 45 car.
43 is Jay Sauter. I believe he is the only member of the Sauter family to have not won here at the Milwaukee Mile. He has run here about a dozen times in ASA cars, in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and Busch Series racing. His dad, Jim, has won here. His brother, Tim, has won here. I think Jay is the only Sauter to have finished second, never first, and he's running right now in 15th spot in car 43.
That must be a happy family reunion when they talk about Milwaukee. We all won but you.
They don't rub it in. They're like 12 brothers and sisters in that family.
Yeah, and Jim Sauter, I raced against him many, many years now, and very talented race car driver. Won in many, many different divisions also.
One of the longtime test drivers for the IROC Series, the International Race of Champions. There's a good fifth place battle. Hank Parker Jr. in the 53 and Ron Hornaday still going wide in the corner.
Yeah, he's not handling like he was on fresh tires. He was the car that was right up there with Jeff Green and looked like he was every bit as fast, but as the tires started wearing down, he started losing grip. You can see him going high in the center part of the corner there. Hank Parker Jr. able to run much lower in the corner.
Hank Parker's got a shot that he runs at Loudon, New Hampshire. He thought he had a shot at this race because he's got what he thinks is the best brakes he's ever had, buddy.
There goes Hornaday really wide there, but he gets a decent run up out of the corner, but he kind of gives way there. He knows that Hank Parker Jr.'s got a little bit quicker car.
Now further back, there's 15th place on the screen. 45 is Kyle Petty. Ahead of him, 43, Jay Sauter. You see the 33, the nose of the 33 there. That's where Raines has backslid to. Remember, he led laps 45 to 63, and now is feeling the heat from David Green in the 34.
There's Jason Leffler in the 18 car there. I understand he got into the wall in practice here.
Yeah, really, he was on his qualifying lap. He had to take a provisional. He ran into turn 4 and smacked up the rear end that they had to bring down the backup car.
The 4, Jeff Purvis, he's running in 19th spot. If you're just tuning in, the top 39 teams of the 43 starters, the top 39 are all still on the lead lap.
There's Kyle Petty going in the 14th spot now in the 45. He's just steady moving up towards the front, Eli.
The 9-year ASA veteran, Scott Hansen, qualified the 45 car for Kyle yesterday. Hansen has some 24 victories in ASA competition. He filled in while Kyle was down in Daytona running the Pepsi 400.
No, Kyle finished 30th last night, but he had a good race car. He just got shuffled out right there at the end, and it was, I'll tell you, anybody that was on the lead lap had to run a great race last night.
And it's so easy to have happen in a restrictor plate race.
Jason Leffler looking to the inside there of Jeff Purvis, who was outside pole man. You see Leffler really getting back in the throttle quick there in the middle part of the corner.
That's for 18th place. If you're just joining us, the only car off the track is Casey Atwood, involved in an accident at lap 16. Our second caution was for rain at lap number 44. Now P.J. Jones and the yellow freight race cam. P.J. ran here in kart competition, finished 20th. He ran here in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, finished 23rd. He ran here in Indy Lights and finished 4th, 5th, and 9th. He's been here in just about everything.
I was here with him in the truck series, and the trucks being a little bit longer wheelbase, you got to coax them a little bit more around the corner than you do the short wheelbase push car.
Meanwhile, Jeff Green's just kind of idling along out there in front, not really pushing his car too hard. He says he found this racetrack to be one of those racetracks. If you let the car roll free in the center part of the corner, you can save the tires and really move away from a guy that drives harder.
He's up by 3.5 seconds on Kevin Harvick. CBS Sports coverage of the Milwaukee 250 will continue after this message and a word from your local station.